Alright, we're going to be getting started here real soon. Hasbro Pulse Con.
Hasbro fans, the wait is over.
Oh, he's wearing a
time
White
is
Ranger
now.
fucking
I can
jacket.
feel the energy and the excitement from all around the world. This is a
want that
one-of-a-kind experience. For all of your biggest passions, this is Hasbro Pulse Con.
We here.
DJ Amen is in the building.
We here.
I go by the name of Cleo Thomas, and I'm gonna be your host this year for Pulse Con 2022, baby. You guys have no idea what you are in store for. We have so much stuff lined up, man. Everybody watching at home, I seen you guys in the chat earlier in the pre-show. I saw the excitement, man. I saw everything you guys getting ready to rep. You guys want to go hard for Transformers, for Power Rangers, for G.I. Joe, for Fortnite. I saw all of it. It's gonna be amazing for you guys. Trust me, we got so much planned for you. We'll have some guests, some surprises, and most important of all, brand panels, where we will hear from all of your favorite brands. Transformers, like I said, Power Rangers. Starting lineup is back. Did you hear about starting lineup?
Man, I'm juiced, Cleo. I'm juiced.
Starting lineup.
After 22 years, we back at it, baby.
I get a chance to pose some of my favorite NBA players on my shelf.
Man,
Signature dunks.
I'm about to have them all at the crib.
You see what I'm saying?
All
The
of them.
crossover. Ooh, I'm about to style a profile on them. Man, this is the third Hasbro Pulse Con and my second time as host. And let me tell you, it gets better and better every year. This year, we're partnering with Toys for Tots. For every viewer of Hasbro Pulse Con, Hasbro will donate 2 toys or games to Toys for Tots, up to 60,000 pieces. So by tuning in, you're doing some good, right? Don't miss it. Don't. So like actually set up a phone to be watching Pulse Con, then set up your TV to be watching Pulse Con, then set up your computer to be watching Pulse Con. It all goes toward giving kids an opportunity to play with some brand new toys. Fortnite, Marvel Legends, G.I. Joe, Avalon Hill, Magic the Gathering, the return of Indiana Jones toy line, and of course, Star Wars. So much good stuff. Shall we take them through our agenda? DJ
Let's
Amen?
run through today, man. Day
Let's talk
one,
it through.
PulseCon. Let's go.
First things first, Transformers, 1:15 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna jump into that. And then we got Power Rangers at 2:15 p.m. Eastern. Then we got starting lineup at 3 p.m. Eastern. Then we got Fortnite at 3:20 p.m. Eastern. And then we end the day with Marvel Legends at 3:45 p.m. It's gonna be amazing.
So
Are you excited for everything on the roster today?
See how this
I'm
goes.
juiced, man.
I'm ready for all of this.
And
This is just day one.
hop
This
out,
is it. The third
jump back in
PulseCon ever. Bigger,
210-ish
badder. We're
for
here.
Power Rangers, since that's
even
what I'm
bigger,
strictly
baby.
about.
Let's get it.
And that's
But
what
first,
most of this
let me
channel,
talk about
not
this.
most of this channel, a good chunk of this channel is
Hasbro
about is Power
PulseCon was
Rangers.
born out of the excitement of the fandom.
We'll see how
With
this
the mission
goes.
to give fans a peek behind the curtain.
Because personally,
Hasbro
I'm
PulseCon
not
is a
that
place
biggest
where
fan of
we can come
Transformers
as we are
toys.
to
I love the
participate in an
movies.
exchange between
I watch the
fans
cartoons
across
since growing up,
brands
all the different
and
versions,
around the world.
and even recently.
We are a global
in the last
community
couple
here to
years,
celebrate
I
what we
started
love,
rewatching
whether you're
stuff
joining
on
us from your
Amazon,
home,
not Amazon,
or here as a
but
guest on
Netflix.
set,
If
or you're
there's
one
any
of the
on
super
Hulu.
fans
I know there
working
was
at
some on
Hasbro
Netflix,
who
so
make
we'll see.
all of this
We'll play it by ear. So if I decide to end it early,
let's
that's
be
why.
nice in the comments to each other,
if you don't really hear me
to our
commenting
guests,
on it,
because
I
we can
really
only
don't have much
have this
comments on it.
thing
But you know,
if we treat
it's
each
here
other well.
for those who
right?
want to
Amen.
view it
Hey, man,
and watch
it's
about
all
it and learn
toys.
about it.
We gotta be
and
happy
we'll go
and
from there.
nice to
So
each other about
make sure you
toys,
hit the
right?
like and
Be
subscribe
nice.
button.
Let's do it.
Drop
Let's be
comments
nice.
if you're into the
Great.
Transformers, if you like it,
Now,
what you think about the
with that said,
Transformers toys and stuff like that.
let's get
And
into it.
That's how I will
All right.
judge if I'm going to keep this
we're
going
only
or
just
not.
beginning, but
for a Transformer person,
I can't hold back my
I might
excitement anymore.
hop out.
DJ Amen,
and
I'm gonna
start
kick
back
things
up
off
when
big.
Power Rangers
I'm
starts, because like I
talking
said,
real,
that is a good
real
chunk of this
big.
channel, so
Take a look at this.
So let's go. Ah, the Selfie Series. This is something that I'm very interested in. You get to make yourself characters of some of your favorite franchises. Ghostbusters, Spider-Man, that's Star Wars. Oh, it says it right there in the top right corner. My bad. G.I. Joe, more Star Wars. Be a Mandalorian. Power Rangers, I would love for them to come out with more colors. Marvel, say it's Spider-Man, Iron Man, it looks like Black Widow. So that I actually like. Especially with the way I have my hair now. I would love to see myself as the Green and White Ranger. maybe even Lord Draken later on too. Like maybe like have them put some scars on the face or something.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, dreams really do come true because the Selfie Series is live, baby.
This is it. We in the future now.
Everything I've ever dreamed of, I get a chance to be a part of right here, right now, today. Now, we had a chance to do this one-of-a-kind experience that allows fans to turn themselves into their favorite characters in action figure form, right? Hey, man.
Let's go.
Look, man, I'm already kind of nervous.
Yeah?
Okay, because this is something I've dreamed of my entire life. I grew up collecting and playing with toys, but for me to have the opportunity to put my face on a Hasbro action figure.
It's crazy, man. This is it.
Can I get into one?
Nobody before us has been able to do this.
No! And this is my first time actually seeing it.
Today's the day.
Off the grid, I'm going a little off the cuff. I'm gonna just go ahead and share this moment with you guys watching at home. They brought these boxes out here to me yesterday, and I told them, no, I don't want to see them until we're live,
right?
Because I want to have that genuine reaction as a fan. This is something I dreamed of doing, so I'm just gonna reach. I don't know which character it is, but this is the Selfie Series box right here. And when you scan your face, it's gonna come to you just like this. This is incredible packaging. Check it out.
So this is
You
one
have
that
this
I
moment
would
just like how I'm
actually
about to
take
have this
out of
moment.
the box and display.
Nervous, but we're going for it.
Mainly because like it's me. So it's not necessarily like Power Rangers.
Okay.
So like
Listen,
if something ever happens, I can
I'm an
necessarily
Imperial Stormtrooper, baby.
I
I'm
might
an Imperial Stormtrooper.
keep it in a box,
Man.
because they actually have a window
Oh,
on it
man.
so you can see
The
it.
box and everything.
So we'll
I'm sorry,
see.
I know I
Like,
got to show it to the
if I
camera.
do
I'm
this,
sorry, but I'm
especially
having a
with the
little
right
moment. I'm trying not to
characters,
shake, but
like-
this is incredible.
I might
This is
keep it in a
incredible.
box
I'm
just
an
'cause you can
Imperial
actually, as you can tell,
Stormtrooper.
you can see it.
Look at me. Look at that young, handsome man.
There you go.
Look at him. Even in toy form,
Because a lot of the
look
new
handsome,
Hasbro
eh, man?
stuff are windowless.
All right, so we got
So you
one
can't
here,
see
right?
what the
I can get into
toy
another
is,
one?
or
Can I get into
figure,
another one? I can
whatever
pull
you
the second
wanna
one?
call it, which is
I'm
kind
pulling
of
the second one. Let's pull the second one.
because you have to open it. So he's got Star Wars.
Wow.
And
Look
looks like
at
a
you.
G.I.
Look
Joe.
at me.
You a ninja.
I'm Snake Eyes, too. I'm Snake Eyes. Look at this.
Why is he in
Look at this.
box all crooked though?
Come on now, do you see how great the resemblance is? They got the hair detail down, they got the nose down, they got the eyes down. That's me! That's me! Mama, I made it! Mama, I made it! I got my
So
own
they got Star
action
Wars,
figure. We're getting to our
G.I. Joe.
last one. I don't know what it is. Here we go.
Mandalorian,
Oh,
another Star
wow.
Come on, man!
It'd be nice to see this Power
Wow.
Ranger, especially because he's one of the Power
I'm
Rangers.
also the
jacket.
Mandalorian. I'm also Mando. I can be Mando. You can be Mando. You can be Mando.
I'm trying to be Mando.
Come on now.
I'm trying to be Mando. Before this day is over, I gotta be one of those.
Okay, I gotta go with the Mando. I gotta go with Mando. I gotta go with Mandalorian. Can we just take a look at me really fast? Let me get closer in here. Let me back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. Let me show you guys. Bow, bow. Here's this going. Look at that. Look at that. This is what the Selfie Series is. This is a dream come true to me. Mom, I know you're watching at home. I know you're proud. I know you're proud of me. I know you are. And I
Make room on
can't
your shelf
believe how
for
amazing
yourself.
this looks. They even
Like
got
that.
that. Look, even the chin hair. They nailed the chin hair.
They got your hair and everything. Look,
I got the Beskar arm on.
look at you.
Come on, check
You better go
this
get
out.
you a Grogu, man.
Oh, yes, I will need Grogu with me. I need Boba Fett to ride with me too. It's gonna be amazing. Of course, I got my Imperial Stormtrooper right here. Me as Snake Eyes right here. Me as Mando right there.
Yes, sir.
I think it's every fan's dream to see themselves as action figure form. This thing was reserved for movie stars. It's now for everyone. And the innovation that goes into these 6-inch big, highly articulated Hasbro Selfie Series figures is unbelievable. So I'm at Comic-Con.
Yep.
They got the Hasbro Pulse booth.
Yeah.
I take off sprinting straight toward it because I know what's there. I know they're getting ready to show me something with the Selfie Series.
Yeah.
I go through the whole process, phone in hand, scan the front face, 3/4, profile, 3/4, profile. Next thing you know, it's all done. And I get a chance to have this as the final reveal. So make room for yourself on your shelf because starting right now, that's right, right now, you can immortalize yourself in action figure form. But wait, more. To celebrate Hasbro Pulse Con, Hasbro Pulse is offering fans the chance to get their Hasbro Selfie Series figure for $59.99. Now, they're usually $79.99, so I don't know about you, but I'd be jumping on that ASAP. As always, Hasbro Pulse Premium
So 80
members
bucks.
receive free shipping. Scan the code below
60
to learn
bucks.
more, or visit
Not bad.
HasbroPulse.com.
80 bucks might be pushing.
And just as a reminder, the
My
Hasbro Pulse
personal
Selfie Series experience is exclusively on the Hasbro Pulse app. For US fans only, 16 and older.
Crazy. Wow. Crazy.
It's crazy!
It's crazy. You made it. You made it, Cleo.
Hey, man, I don't know if these are ever coming out the box. They might have to stay in box, man. Now, before we switch over to the next brand panel,
Yep.
DJ A-Man, can you give us a taste of what's to come?
Nah, Cleo. I'm gonna get you pumped up for what's to come. You ready?
What you got for me?
It's about that time.
Yes!
It's about that time. You know what it is.
Yeah!
Everybody knows what it is. Come on.
Hey, robot meets the eye. I mean, that's how we're starting off the show. That's how we're starting off the show. That's what I'm talking about.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's get into it, man.
This is amazing, man. This is how we're kicking off the show. We got Selfie Series, and now we're jumping right into Transformers. Mentally, I'm already on Cybertron. I can feel the energy building up. Let's see what the Transformers brand team has in store for you. Let's get our first guest out here. It's Isabella from the Team Transformers. What's up?
How's it going, Cleo?
How are
my
you?
friend?
Good to see
Amazing.
you.
How are you?
We got DJ A-Man on the ones and twos,
DJ
man.
Amen.
That's right, that's right. Take
Amazing.
a seat, take a seat.
Thank you.
Sure. How you feeling, Isabella?
Oh, God. Cleo, I'm doing great. I am so happy to be here. I mean, Hasbro Pulse Con 2022.
Yes.
Can you believe it? We're here already.
I'm so excited for everything that we get a chance to reveal this weekend. Of course, we have day 1 now, day 2 tomorrow, but you're pulling up with Transformers.
Oh, yeah.
I know everyone's excited already about that. Transformers, how could you not be?
Look, okay, now I gotta say, before we get started though, just real quick. I gotta rep my own wardrobe today, give a quick shout out. Check out this t-shirt, what do you think?
Optimus, in all of his glory.
There you
In all his glory, yes. So this is really, really cool. I'm super excited about it because it was designed by our fans, essentially, for our fans, I should say, for Hasbro's amazing fans. And this is something that you guys have probably likely already seen on a few of our fan streams, but we've added some new exciting t-shirt designs, exclusive designs that are gonna be available today, including Hasbro Pulse Con 2022.
That's what I'm talking about.
Let's hear it. So you guys at home, everyone can rep your favorite brands, just like the shirt that I'm wearing here today. So be sure to check out, I think we've got a QR code, so go ahead and scan it. And you guys can get your favorite brand, or all of them, honestly, because it's really hard to pick favorites. Rep the threads, just like the rest of us here today. All right, so I don't know, Cleo, what do you say? Should we get started? Get some new news going on here?
Absolutely, let's get to it. We're right out of our Selfie Series. I'm still trying to just process the fact that I saw myself as a Mandalorian. I saw myself as Snake Eyes. I saw myself as an Imperial Trooper. Don't tell me I can see myself as like Optimus Prime next. Don't say that.
I'm not gonna say that.
Okay.
But,
Okay, all right.
but what I do want to do, actually, I want to start us off a little bit differently today.
Okay.
You think we might be able to let our fans decide where we start?
Yeah, absolutely. This is for them at home watching anyway. Amen. We should give it to the fans, right?
All right.
To the fans.
Let the fans control the show. Let's go.
Amazing. Okay, you guys. So, for all of you at home, let us know in the chat right now. What do you want to see first? We've got 3 hashtags for you, okay? So hashtag what you want to hear about first. We've got toy reveals, we've got franchise updates, or the Hall of Fame.
Ooh.
Let us know in the chats right now. What's it gonna be?
I think that me and Amen should also have our votes included.
That's
right?
fair.
So I'm gonna call for hashtag Hall of Fame. I want hashtag Hall of Fame. Amen.
Beautiful.
I don't know, man. I'm a Hall of Famer too, so I think
Oh,
We got 2
we got
votes for
2
Hall of
votes
Fame.
for Hall of Fame
Chat,
already.
Hall of Fame. We want the Hall of Fame in there. Hashtag Hall
I
of Fame.
don't know. It's looking like we might have something. Oh, it's gonna be a tie. I mean, well,
They
what
want
can I
the
say?
franchise updates.
You know,
Come on,
you
dude.
know that we have a ton of reveals coming, and we're seeing on screen right now what
Yeah.
might be the winner today. I'm not sure, but
Starting off, they already want to go there. I get it, but we got Hall of Fame, we got the franchise updates. You could be rolling out something that people don't even are aware of.
Right.
I saw the rumors. Here we go with the answers up, and it looks like,
Torville.
yeah.
toy reveals.
The toy reveals, of
Come
course,
on.
of course.
Who are we kidding, right?
Yeah, we knew
We knew what
you
you
guys are here
wanted.
for. Come on.
Plastic is king, after all. as
That's
they
right,
say.
that's right.
All right, well, I guess we should get started with our toy reveals then. And for this, I'd like to call in some backup if that's okay with you.
Absolutely, bring them in.
All right, so we've got the rest of the incredible Transformers franchise team standing by. Let's bring in my good friend VMAC.
Thanks, Isabella.
Hey VMAC, welcome to Pulse Con 2022. We're gonna kick it off with our toy reveals. Take us away.
Perfect. It's almost like we knew you guys were going to pick toy reveals. It's almost like we've done this a few times. Thanks so much for joining us today. We are the Transformers team. We are super excited to kick off PulseCon 2022. My name is BMAC. I work on the product marketing team for Transformers. I'm joined today to start this thing off by Evan. Hey, Evan, how are you?
Hi, BMAC. I'm doing well.
Perfect. Evan works on our product marketing team. I can't believe it's been another, year since we did the last PulseCon. It's going to be a lot of fun. But if you guys have been paying attention, you might know what we're going to be revealing today. We have a bunch of new Legacy items for you. Our social kind of revealed. I think you're going to know Legacy Evolution. You can see it up there behind us now. So let's take a kind of look at the poster that you guys will be seeing on the side of pack here, and then get to typing in the comments and let us know what you're seeing here before we start doing these reveals. I mean, this thing's pretty sick, right?
It is pretty sick. Mark worked very closely with our packaging team to get that worked on.
Mark worked very hard with our packaging team to get this layout for you guys. So definitely tell us what you're seeing. But I mean, let's kick it off. I definitely see something right here. Core class Dinobots, like is that really a thing?
It is, it is, it is.
All right, so let's take a look at our first character. You can see him in Dino mode here up on the screen. Again, Dave White always killing it. When we look at the next picture here, we can see him in his bot mode. He's got a fun blaster there, but obviously you guys actually want to see what's up, and I'll stop talking and we'll let Evan kind of tell you what's going on here. So let's take a look at the actual product here on the table.
All right, so here we have Core Class Slug. Worked on this guy with Shusan, and it's very interesting. There's going to be a little bit of a gimmick to these Core Class Dinobots that I'm going to get to when I get to our next reveal. But essentially, we wanted to make sure that you could get all the Dinobots in 1 year, so that's why we're doing that. And then when we went back and forth designing these guys, I was talking to Takara Tomy, and it was just like, hey, what colorings do you guys want to do on this? Because as fans know, it's like the toy colors and the animation colors are pretty different here and there. Yep. And they were like, actually, we would really like to do animation colors for these guys. And it was like, absolutely, let's go. So Slug has his red head instead of the black head.
Perfect. And Core Class is obviously a great way for us to get these in the line all together, right? Obviously, we can't do it at Leader Class,
right?
But we want to continue to do these top tier characters at Core Class for you. So this was a great way of being able to pull that off.
Exactly, and it was a very easy sell-in because it's just like, hey, we want to do Dinobots, and everybody's like, Dinobots, yeah, go for it.
Perfect. All right, so when I put all this together, I didn't have packaging, but magically it showed up. But let's take a look at the artwork for the box. Big up on the screen, we're going to show it to you. You can see Slug here in Dino mode, and then in this next image here, we get a quick look at his version in bot mode. Amazing packaging artwork. Again, Christina and Mario always killing it. But you'll see this packaging color scheme, these blues and greens will run throughout Evolution. And then you can take a look here. You can see we actually did get a sample in right now.
We did.
Yeah, anything else you want to add to Slug while we show off this box quick?
Just, it's a Core Class Dinobot. It's fantastic. Shusan and I worked on all of them. Mario and Christine blew the packaging out of the water. It just gets better every year.
It does. So, it's crazy.
Yeah. So I'm always happy to show that off.
All right. So that's Slug, first Core Class. I said Dinobots, so I suppose maybe we have a second Dinobot. So let's take a look up on screen. Image here. You can see Sludge in his Dino mode. And then you can check out this next image here. We see him in his bot mode. This is great. He's very excited to be at PulseCon as well. He just came through the portal for Legacy Evolution. You can see the portal's a little different colors here, right? Blues and greens. We're sticking with that. So let's take a look at him here on the table.
Yep. So here we go. We have Core Class Sludge right here. Everybody's favorite Brontosaurus, which for a while wasn't a dinosaur and then became a dinosaur again after they did more research, as archaeology always does.
That's fine. That's fine.
He was my favorite when I was a kid because I loved those types of dinosaurs. But yes, some of you are probably looking at him being like, what is hanging off his legs? So I can start talking about the gimmick for these guys. The Dinobots this year are actually going to be a combiner. So if you buy into all 6 Dinobots,
Combiner?
Yes.
What?
And 6.
6 of them? You said 6? There's 6 Dinobots?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Which, get me anxiety all freaking night being like, I'm designing a 6 Dinobot. Is this allowed? And then we actually pulled from some of our history to make the 6 Dinobots, so fans will know who he is. But yes, so as I was saying, this guy is going to be a combiner. So what you're seeing right here is now the combined form of Slug and Sludge to form the chest. And what's super exciting about this is the combining ports on all these guys are 5mm. So it works in our weaponizers, our modulators, our fossilizers. So if you've been buying into those systems, you can use these guys as components to it as well. And then
our fans come up with some crazy stuff with all of that, so I can only imagine what we're gonna get by the
crazy monstrosities, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, but they're always a good time. But yeah, we thought this would be really fun, and we wanted.
I mean, I'm excited. Volcanicus, right?
It is Volcanicus.
That's awesome.
Yes, correct.
So yeah, you'll see that on the pack. But here, let's take a look at the artwork from the pack. We definitely have some more beautiful artwork. You can see Sludge here in his Dino mode. In the next image, you can see him in his Bot mode. Again, this is appearing on pack. We did just get a sample, literally made it to the studio yesterday. Amazing here, very good stuff. You can see it up on the table again. And I didn't address it yet, but we do have QR codes again this year for all of our items. Again, in core class, they are inside on the instruction sheet. Deluxe and above, they moved where they are on the box, but we can kind of point that out for you when we get there. So, 2 Dinobots.
2 Dinobots.
We have more later in the year, I guess, right? Because we're pretty early. We're showing you guys everything of what's going on right now from something that's not coming out till the beginning of next year. So we're a few months out. We're very early.
Exactly.
With this. So let's take a look here. We got one more core class reveal for the day. We're going to show you Sound Blaster. I mean, this is cool, right? I love Soundwave. I always talk about Soundwave. So for me, I'm just obviously excited to have this guy in here. In this next image here, you can see him in his Bot mode. Super cool. Has his sonic cannon on his shoulder. It's great. Comes with that little slug cassette. So let's finish out core. Let's talk about it.
Yes. So the last for Wave 1 is going to be Sound Blaster, who debuted in Transformers Headmasters. So yeah, completely beautiful. This was a Hasui design.
Okay.
And it's just a fantastic redeco. So it's the reason that he has a purple chest in this is because we were being accurate to the animation as opposed to like the red chest, which was the toy deco version.
Okay.
Cool. So yeah, we just wanted to make sure that we got in the animation accurate version this time.
Nice.
But it's just a great solid black redeco of
Super
Soundwave.
fun. Like, it's a great toy. Even if you don't, like, if you have Soundwave, you still need this one, right? So
absolutely.
Let's take a look here. We have the packaging artwork. You can see, again, it has that little slug cassette that we revealed when we showed off Soundwave and Kingdom last year. Comes a Sound Blaster. Super fun here. The next image we look at, we have him in his Bot mode. We can take a quick look here at the packaging up on the table. Again, amazing, very cool that we got to have this here. So that, yeah, that is core class. So, Evan, thanks for being here.
No problem.
Let's take a look at this Legacy Evolution poster again one more time. Like, I think people might have some more stuff to say after they get a chance to look at it. So what are you guys seeing here? We're seeing it full screen again. Again, Mark worked on this. Amazing job with him and the packaging team. Put this together. There are definitely some Easter eggs here. Some of this we'll address today. Some of it we won't. We don't know. We're gonna find out. So, all right. I think I have a new friend. So, hey Mark, what's going on, man?
Hello.
Oh, look guys, the beard's back. We might get some reveals.
The beard is back, but I do not think the beard's long enough for any reveals, but I think I might have stashed something in your beard before we started.
That's magic, because I didn't know you touched my beard. That's pretty good. All right. So, let's get right into it, right? We got more reveals for Legacy. Okay, so you guys know we made Motormaster last year. He was the combiner. We made Menasor, so obviously means there's still one more piece to Menasor, right? So, I mean, we got to get it to you. Let's get him up on the screen. Let's take a look. We have Breakdown. You can see him here in his car mode. Again, amazing shots. Shout out to Dave White for making this happen. He crushed this for us. Amazing new diorama this year. You can see we're in a different part of the world of Legacy. And then you can see him here in his Bot mode. Super fun, has his blaster, has his little spoiler as a little weapon. So let's take a look here on the table.
So finally, you get to complete your Menasor combiner with your right leg element here, Breakdown. So I got to work with Hasui-san on Breakdown. He's actually a partial Wild Rider. Came out fantastic. Absolutely love this guy. I mean, obviously, you noticed that we got the spoiler in there, but the new thing for the Evolution series, we started off with the Energon weaponry. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And now the Evo Fusion is taking over for our legacy characters.
Perfect.
So you'll get to see, like, it's almost like an evolution of the Energon weaponry kind of fused together with one of the vehicles. So, like, as you can see here for Breakdown, the spoiler does pop off. It actually attaches to his blaster weapon and become
very cool.
like an axe blade.
Okay, nice.
So throughout the line, you'll see all these kinds of cool characteristics of all these individual bots, like having some kind of almost like upgraded element to them.
Perfect. Yeah, we'll definitely get into that with our next reveal for sure. But I don't actually have any packaging images to show you. This just kind of came together, and I actually got this sample in just the other day. So I fought long and hard for everybody, knowing that you had all of your Menasor pieces in the Legacy Year 1 look. I wanted to make sure that you were going to get Breakdown in the new year in this packaging. So you will see a regular Legacy box sitting on the shelf with all of our new Legacy Evolution stuff for Wave 1, so that if you are a Mitten box collector, you can actually collect these all in the right same packaging. Again, has that Menasor logo on the back, super great here, and you can see the only part that will be different is the QR code is up on top this year. So
Huge up for that one, man. You get big kudos. BMAC worked very hard to be able to get the packaging correct with the other Starticons. I mean, that's just a very chef's kiss moment for this guy.
All right, perfect. So let's roll right into this next one, right? So next, like, this is where we're gonna really get into that Evo Fusion. Let's take a look up on screen. You can see here we have Scraphook. Scraphook, kind of a new character thinking. Let's take a look at his alt mode here. You can see it's a tow truck. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah,
So,
man.
Like, let's talk about this. What's going on?
I mean, you finally get some new Junkions in the mix here, and not only are these Junkions brand new characters, here Scraphook is looking awesome with his steel eye patch and all kinds of cool accessories. His vehicle mode does actually almost like kind of pop apart, and basically you can get other Junkions throughout the line and put those Junkion vehicle parts on top of this guy, much like you see in the Junkions in the '86 movie, where a couple of the Junkions like put each other's robot parts on after they crash and burn. So you can actually do that with this character as well, as arms and legs do pop off as well. So he's basically a new evolution of our weaponizer, fossilizer, like character.
This is great. Like, I mean, I can't, like, it'll be funny. Like, if you guys buy 2 of these, you'll be able to take the front end off your second toy, take the rear end off the first toy, and you can have 2 front ends. So, like, you could just, like, have this crazy tow truck thing that's driving around with that battering ram on the front. Very Mad Max style, too, right? Because that plays into the Junkion look and all of the colors we have going on here. So this is insane. This system is nuts. Like, when we took this on, I don't know, what, 18 months ago, we started talking about this. We were like, is this even possible? How do we make weaponizers better?
Takara Tomy does it again. I mean, Jima-san worked with me on this, and he really did an amazing job on the engineering. So not only is this guy able to like pop apart into several different accessories and be a buildable platform with all your other guys, he does transform without parts forming as well.
Oh, that's like insane. Like, the fact that you guys pulled that off is mind-blowing. Mind-blowing, right?
Yeah,
Very
definitely.
good. All right, so let's take a look at the packaging. You can kind of see what Mark's talking about. On the back of the pack here, you definitely see all those pieces that come apart to do that weaponizer system we've been talking about. But you can see that Evo Fusion call out here on pack. Again, this is your first deluxe pack you're looking at. That blue and green packaging. Beautiful, that Evo Fusion logo. There's kind of a little spoiler for stuff like that.
A little spoiler, yeah.
Like, we had to show you like what it could do.
That is
so every new character in Legacy Evolution and Deluxe class and above, anybody that's not a package refresh does have an Evo Fusion ability. So we will call it out. Breakdown, because he's here, he got to have that one that Mark alluded to a second ago. But yeah,
which was actually really tough, that one, because we already planned him in Legacy, like the first half here, and now like he's coming out in Evolution. It's like we had to kind of pre-plan like what that Evo Fusion capability was going to be. So
perfect. All right, so that's 2 deluxe. We did just spoil the next one.
Yeah, we did
I
spoil
think
the
we may
next
as well just kind of take a look. You can see here that when we announced Armada Starscream, I kind of like alluded to the fact we weren't done with Armada. So we got Armada Hotshot here in his close-up bot mode. We can take a look at the next image. You see him here in his alt mode. He has that awesome engine block sticking out the front. This is, again, great. I love this new diorama shoot. Can't wait to shoot on it all year. But let's take a look at the toy. Let's talk about it.
I mean, I love the fact that we're getting Armada in the mix here on and that's what Legacy really is all about. It brings like all your characters that you know and love from all different series, and they're jumping through portals, they're all combining, and this is just a Festivus of bots. Great, worked with Kunihiro-san on this guy, and you can see his engine block does turn into his double blaster rifle. He also does have his Axel Zuka here, which is his Evo Fusion capability. I don't know if I can get this going right now, but I'm gonna do it anyways because why not? Kablowie, and then not only that, you get the goggles down and it's translucent on there. Ooh, this guy crushed it. Fantastic.
This thing is so good. I love the colors on this. He's super fun. I had a chance to play with him the other day while Dave was shooting him, and it's just a fun toy, right? Like,
yeah.
It's just, I mean,
the sports cars.
You can't.
Sick.
You can't.
It's like the look of Armada is so different, but yet it also like fits into the Legacy shelf. You know what I mean?
Very
That's what's great about these characters.
So yeah, perfect. All right, let's take a look at the packaging for him. You can see here his Evo Fusion, like Mark showed you, calls out that his Axel Zuka, as I guess.
His Axel, I was just calling it that.
Hey, we're going to trademark that now. We are on the brand, right? So this will be fine.
I know.
Again, you can see this beautiful artwork. He's got his name there, calling out Armada Universe. So yeah, this is super fun. So we got, that was 3.
That was 3.
So that means there's 4. So we have 1 more. This one I think is going to kind of blow people's minds because we normally don't do this type of vehicle at deluxe scale, and I think they're really going to love it. So let's have a look. Our final deluxe character doesn't need an introduction, but we have Needle Nose here with his Target Masters. This is great. See him here in bot mode. Yeah, again, deluxe jet, very cool. You can see him here in his jet mode. There's a lot going on. This opens up a ton of possibilities for us and what we're able to do in Transformers, so let's talk about it.
If some of you guys remember back, you know, I think it was in Aaron Gray days, we had a fan vote, and this guy lost the fan vote, but a lot of people wanted him, and so did I, really. I mean, I love my Target Master, so just because, you know, we want to complete your little mini sub-collection of Target Master guys, we had to have Needle Nose. I mean, it's just such an essential element. He's got Sunbeam and Zigzag with him, which are dope. They actually do transform into blasters, and they also do combine, and they become like almost an extra thruster for his engine, which is pretty bananas. Worked with Ataku-san and Takara Tomy on this, and came out stellar. I mean, it really, articulation, the look, the colors, like this guy just really is gonna knock a lot of socks.
I remember when I joined the brand and like we were talking about characters to look at in the future, and I was like, do you think we can do deluxe jets? And we weren't really sure we were ever gonna get there, but I mean, the fact we were able to pull this off is insane. So let's take a look at the packaging for Needle Nose. You can see here the front and back. His Evo Fusion is that those guys combine together to make the weapon. Super fun. Again, just look for that call out on pack. There's going to be a lot of fun. When we get to show you Wave 2 and really show you that Junkion capability, it's going to be great.
And there's actually a little secret for the jet mode that we're not going to even show now, but it's going to show a little bit later on.
Oh, there's more secrets
when we
going
get
on?
into the little other characters.
Perfect. All right, so that is 7 so far. We have 3 core that we revealed. We have the 4 deluxe. So obviously Voyager would be next. Are we going good or evil first?
Evil always. Right?
Yeah.
I agree. So, but we're gonna go good first because obviously we have Leo Prime. You can see him here on screen in his bot mode. This is great. We're sticking around with it. Let's check him out in his beast mode. Super fun here. Again, we're going into more universes with this. You went very realistic with this lion, so let's talk about that.
Well, I mean, you know, coming off of Kingdom, like, why would you not go realistic? Well, I mean, I know some of you guys know the cartoon aesthetic, but you know, since we just coming off fresh of Kingdom, and we just did that Tarantulas with the real spider mode that everyone really is digging, all of the realistic animals, I figured why not for this Leo Prime.
Yeah, it looks great.
And this guy is just like a mini masterpiece. Shusan worked on this guy from Takara Tomy, and man, he's just stellar. He's got everything. He's got all the gimmicks. He's got his Lion Typhoon fold-out mane with all the blasters and the missiles. He's even got a chest panel that opens up, and you can see the Matrix leadership
perfect.
inside. Yep. I mean, articulation is bananas. There's even some fold-out claws that come out of his paws on the back of his arm here. You might be able to see him there, and that nice gold, molded gold aesthetic here. I mean, the colors came out really,
this thing is
really proper.
This color, everything about this is great. So
articulated lower jaw, don't forget that.
Yeah. Mark went all out. So let's take a look at the packaging for this guy. You can see here, again, beautiful big lion on the front, the bot mode panel on the side. Again, Mark actually showed off here in the model that he has his lion, his main accessories going on there.
His Evo fusion capability, if you will, but it's kind of known as that Typhoon line, that Lion Typhoon attack from the series that he features in the Japanese series. But yeah, I mean, Leo Prime finally stepping into a legacy line is just a beautiful addition to have, like, a couple Optimuses now are jumping
some
in.
Optimuses. Maybe something going on in that poster. I don't know. You guys will have to look again. All right, so we have one more legacy reveal. We obviously both aligned to Decepticons and liking the baddies. I think you guys, are you ready for this? You might have an idea of what's coming, but none other than Comic Universe Tarn has joined the world of Legacy. You see him here, strutting his stuff, walking through the portal. He's in the world. Super great bot mode. But let's also take a look at this tank mode in this image here. Again, Dave killing it with these shots. Yeah.
Always shout out to Dave White on the shots.
And the purples here that you accomplished with this, like in these photos, that just pops. It's beautiful. I love it.
There's a lot of shout outs for Tarn. I mean, Alex Milne is the one who designed this guy for IDW Comics. Shout out to them. Shout out to Yuya-san, who did a stellar job on the proportions of this dude, and just like the transformation, the articulation. I mean, you know me in purple. I love my purple. So like, I really went in here and tried to get it as accurate as possible to the comic panels, and he really does sing. He's got the light piping in the eyes, so it looks like that one comic cover that he's like lit up. He's the leader of the Decepticon Justice Division, as you know. He does have his double-barreled ion fusion blaster. This thing does pop off. There's all kinds of types of 5mm ports on here. You can do all kinds of different kinds of loadouts here. Man, there's so much in this guy. It's just bananas. You guys are gonna absolutely love this dude when you get.
When this thing showed up in the office and I got to see like the EP2 sample of it, I was just blown away. When we started designing the line back in 21, we're like, we have to get Tarn in. This is great. I suppose now we can kind of like...
Didn't even say his Evo Fusion blast capability. His Evo Fusion blast capability, like I was talking about, the ion fusion cannons, they actually do combine, and it's an enormous rifle blast.
Oh, right. Yeah. You guys will see, actually, we have that. You'll see it in the ecom photos. Dave did take that photo for us. You can see it's huge. It's awesome. Yeah, so let's take a look at this final package. All right, so, I mean... There you go.
There it is. There it's showcased.
Look how big that cannon is. This is basically just this like giant bazooka that you can just run around. That's an ion cannon. So now it's like Megatron style power, except with Tarn. Right?
Hell, I mean, I don't know if he'll ever trump Megatron, but as you know from the series, you'll see that confrontation, how that goes down. But I mean, Tarn is so faithful to the Decepticon cause. As you can see, he fused the faceplate of the Decepticon symbol to his head. It's pretty wild. It's just the whole storyline with this guy is just bananas. That package art came out sick. Shout out to Mario and Christina, Amy, everybody on top of that. Even I think Picture Plane Imaging does like some of the illustrations as well. They knocked it out of the park. Just a little Energon fizzles streaming across this package. I mean, evolution, baby. Yeah.
Blue and green always looks good together, right? So this is great. All right, so that's our legacy evolution reveals. Some of you at home are probably sitting there going, but wait, there's no leaders. Turns out, guys, that COVID-19 is still a thing. Obviously, we started Legacy Year 1 a little late, so for the start of the year, you're still just going to kind of be seeing your Dragon Megatron, Transmetal 2 Megatron that Sam worked on, still be on the shelf to start the year. We will have leaders at Wave 2, 3, and 4 for the year. We have some goodies when we finally do get to reveal
I
our
still
leader.
gotta get my T2 Megatron. I still gotta get my hands on
Gotta get
that.
it. But so yeah, sound off in the comments. Tell us what you guys are liking, what you didn't like. Let us know what you think is still coming based on that poster, because there's
a
definitely
lot of
stuff,
Easter eggs. A lot of Easter eggs
hidden there. Hit us up on the socials. Obviously, we'll do our behind-the-scenes stuff, or I should say, Mark and Evan will do their behind-the-scenes stuff. I'm not very important when it comes to that. I just show the cool poster because that's what marketing people do, right? So like, we're looking at this poster again. Obviously, that center focal point. You can officially confirm it's Tarn.
Well, I mean, is it now?
Is it?
Really?
Right?
There's a couple elements there of the design that throw me for a loop. I don't know who that character might be, but we'll see. We will see.
All right. So let's take a break from toys just for a few minutes here. I'm going to throw it to Isabella and my past self, along with a couple of special guests for a reveal that we kind of teased during our last fan stream when I magically kind of changed my shirt, right? That was kind of weird. Got to put on that, swole short sleeve shirt, show off my my fun not tan. So
It looked like a delicious piece of broccoli. I was on top of it. I was like, ooh, what's that?
All right, so let's have a look.
Hey everyone! Thank you so much for joining us today. I am super excited that we're joined by some very special guests here. BMAC, always a pleasure to see you.
Always super fun to be here. Very excited to finally bring this collaboration to life. As you can guess by the fans, or our friends that we have above and with us today. Gavin, Matt, always a pleasure. Gavin, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey, yeah, so good to see y'all. My name's Gavin Verhey. I'm from Wizards of the Coast, and I'm a principal designer on a little game called Magic: The Gathering. And Magic has visited many worlds and has many cool sets over its 30-year history. But we've also started doing some awesome collaborations with other franchises. And as you might guess, as BMAC just alluded to from who's on the screen in front of you, well, you probably have a pretty good idea about what we're going to announce. It is pretty exciting, and I cannot wait for you to hear all about it. Matt, walk us through a bit of what's going on.
Thanks, Gavin. I'm Matt Danner, Senior Creative Lead over here at Magic: The Gathering. And in Brothers War, our nostalgic set about gigantic robot battles, we'll actually be introducing for the first time ever some Universes Beyond cards in a main Magic set. That's right. Transformers will be joining us, and these cards can be found in set boosters and collector boosters. Additionally, you'll be guaranteed one in every single bundle that you find. So pretty excited to be part of this collaboration. Really excited to invite Transformers into our Universes Beyond cards.
Yes, we are so thrilled to be a part of this historic moment in Magic: The Gathering history, if you will. So Transformers coming into Magic: The Gathering. We have a total of 15 different cards that are going to be Transformers cards, specifically a part of this set. And today we are so excited to be able to reveal a few of them with you here. We got to start out with the iconic leader of the Autobots, of course. So let's hear it for Optimus Prime. Take a look at this beautiful artwork. Now, as you can see here, each card has both the alt mode as well as bot mode version of the character and another version that we have going on here. It looks maybe a little different to what you might normally expect. Matt, what do you think?
Well, so as you can see, this version of Optimus is a little bit different than I think, we're used to seeing him, right? Those husky blues have turned red. That can't be good. The typical heroic red, white, and blue paint job is turned this purple and green, and is that a purple Autobot symbol that I see there? Ben, you want to talk a little bit about what's going on with Optimus here?
Yeah, so for our Magic fans who are joining us to watch this, Shattered Glass is our alternate universe for Transformers, where the Autobots have become the evil rulers and tyrants of Cybertron, and our Decepticons are the heroic, voice of the people. So lots of fun going on there. So this is this is the version of Optimus who was the ruler and tyrant and just beat down the people on Cybertron. So you can see him here as his kind of evil self. So yeah, I don't know. A lot of fun here.
Really cool stuff, right? We've got a new alt frame. As you can see, those of you that those of you that are very observant at home are taking a look at that new expansion symbol, where we have kind of the Autobot next to Decepticon logo. And BMAC, not too different from the shirt that you're rocking there. So yeah, well, this is really an awesome opportunity that the design team here at Wizards of the Coast, led by Glenn Jones, was able to kind of top-down design these cards, really working from, hey, who is this character? How do they interact? And then bringing them into the mechanics of Magic. So really awesome integration here. Super, super cool collaboration with the teams over there as well. I am noticing something a little bit different here, though. We're seeing these don't transform, they convert. Isabella, can you talk a little bit about what's going on there?
Yes, I can just hear everybody, all you Transformers fans at home, yelling at us through your screens. Why aren't you just calling it transform if that's the magic keyword to begin with? Well, I'm gonna address the elephant in the room, or should I say the flat-nose semi-truck in the room. For legal and trademarking purposes, we cannot say that our robots transform. But what this did give us the opportunity to do was bring in something that is so special and unique to the Transformers universe and integrate it into Magic the Gathering, which, Gavin, can you tell us a little bit about what this is?
Yes, we've got two brand new mechanics on this card. We've got More Than Meets the Eye and Living Metal. I'm going to kind of walk through here what's going on. So this is a double-sided card. So there's a card on actually both sides. Pretty cool. And what More Than Meets the Eye lets you do is you can pay 1 mana cost in the top right-hand corner as normal, play Optimus Prime, and you get him right here in his bot mode. Or you can pay the More Than Meets the Eye cost to play it on its other side in its alt mode as that wonderful truck. So lets you kind of choose which one you want to play. It gives you a lot of flexibility and lets you choose how you want your Transformer to show up.
So
on that alt mode, you'll notice it's got the ability Living Metal, which means it's a creature on your turn. So
in
it's
that
a vehicle.
situation,
Normally in Magic, you have to
card.
crew your vehicles with other creatures or things like that.
Take it out,
but in the world of Transformers, Optimus Prime doesn't need anyone to hop into the truck to make sure that he goes. He's ready to go all on his own. So on your turn, he's just always a creature, which is of course great for flavor, and also for gameplay means that any kind of sorcery speed removal spell or board sweeper, he's totally safe from those. So it's a really fun add into your vehicle decks to boot. So much cool stuff here. Matt, you want to take it with kicking us through some of the other preview cards we've got?
Yeah, we've got a ton of characters, a ton of cool cards to take a look at. First up, let's roll out with Goldbug. BMAC, take us away with Goldbug.
Goldbug's a lot of fun here, and you look at his Shattered Glass version. If you read the first mini-series that came with the toys last year, you know that Goldbug is kind of more the actual ultimate baddie of the Autobots. He wants to overthrow Optimus Prime. Spoiler alert if you actually didn't get to read that yet. And then you can see the G1 version. Everybody loves that VW-style design. Bumblebee, Goldbug being a slightly different character from within the universe. A ton of fun here. Obviously, just a great character. Matt, why don't you tell us who's next, though? It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, next up, I mean, we've seen a hero. I think it's time for a villain. It's time for a Decepticon. We can't talk Decepticons without talking about Starscream, right? We have the ever power-hungry Starscream here, and I talked a little bit about the mechanics here and how they really kind of convey the personality of that character, right? So Starscream wants to be the leader. Well, in his alt form, he's actually kind of painting the target on somebody, and the next time that you damage them in combat, you become the monarch. So he becomes the leader. His dreams have been fulfilled. You will get the monarch token, which will convert him back to his bot form, which will then kind of combo with the monarch token itself. When you start drawing cards, you'll really start putting the hurt on your opponents there. So that's Starscream. Pretty cool, pretty evocative of who he is as a character, as a bot.
I think he absolutely might be my favorite character in terms of like character abilities on here, because it is so perfect to your classic Starscream scheming and conniving in the background to supplant Megatron, and hey, he finally does it in Magic the Gathering. But I think we've got somebody else pretty exciting to take a look at. Let's go with another Decepticon, BMAC.
Yeah, so obviously everybody watching the stream knows Soundwave, my favorite. You can see here, this card is great, 100% making my commander deck. I love tokens, this is fun. We obviously couldn't do Soundwave without one of his cassettes, so this is going to make Laserbeak That's incredible. I can't wait to get my hands on this and play with it. Quickly, we'll look at the Shattered Glass version. Obviously, the raddest dude, very different, not so cold and calculated talking. He's very flowy and rock and roll. Tons of fun there. You can see his flowy green headband. Very excited to have both versions of these available to us in Magic the Gathering. All right, so that's Soundwave. Isabella, who do we have next?
Who indeed? Well, let's go with the more interesting character. I think we should talk about Slicer.
Right. So Slicer, super fun. Obviously, we have a Shattered Glass version of Slicer. Supposed to be the opposite of Wheeljack from G1. However, when we were designing these cards, we needed them to keep their same names per se, right? So we actually got to create a G1 Slicer within this set. So you're looking at this going, oh, you know, this could be the antithesis of Wheeljack in G1 animation if he existed. Super cool, same style vehicle, very fun, very red, perfect for Magic. Very excited for this card. Yeah, we have
really cool. You look at that artwork and you think, oh yeah, I've seen this G1 before, or this G1 form before, and well, you haven't, right? This is something brand new that you know kind of has incepted its way into your nostalgia factor. So that's Slicer, super cool stuff there. But last and certainly not least, let's bring the heat with Flame War. Isabella, you want to talk to us about Flame War?
Yes, you gotta have some girl power up in here. Let's hear it for Flame War, just looking absolutely fierce and powerful in both her G1 and Shattered Glass card variants here. She is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. As a quick aside, I should mention for all our hardcore TF fans back home, we did model our G1 characters for Magic the Gathering, specifically after the G1 cartoon versions of our characters, which, you know, in some cases vary slightly from the G1 toys. So just throwing that quick note out there. But Flame War is another interesting character, and we had something a little bit maybe similar as BMAC was just talking about with Slicer. I guess, would you care to elaborate a bit on that one, BMAC?
Yeah, so Flame War is actually a fan-created character that does exist in Generations. She existed in the TCG we had before. Very fun, amazing character, but you'll see that she actually looks the same in her G1 style as she does in her Shattered Glass. Different art styles, but same color scheme. That was done on purpose. When you get this year's mini series in your hands, you will see that we actually explain why this is. It is done on purpose. It's very fun. Super excited to have Flame War finally have a G1 representation in terms of animation as if she could have existed. So that does it for reveals today. Gavin, why don't you kind of give us a little recap, make sure everybody knows where they'll be able to get these, and tell us what's up.
Yeah, so once again, totally exciting. Transformers meets Magic coming to you with Brothers War. You'll find these in set boosters, collector boosters, and one in every bundle. We've got a bunch of Transformers, we've got Shattered Glass versions, we've got regular versions of them. And so whether you want to align with the Autobots or Decepticons in either of their forms, you're good to go. And you will find these once again with Brothers War, which, you know, you might hear some more about in the upcoming days, so stay tuned for all of that. On behalf of Matt, Isabella, Ben, thank you so much for tuning in today, and we'll talk to you soon. And come back tomorrow for even more cool previews.
Well, that was great. I can't believe I finally got to work and announce that project. Been working on it for well over a year as a fan who used to work for Magic the Gathering running events. Super cool. Very excited. Can't wait for you guys to see more of that tomorrow with the Magic team. It's gonna be super fun. So, hey, back at Comic-Con, Evan, we revealed a Hero is Born 2-pack. You know, this amazing scene. You can see it here behind us, the big box on your screen. Evan, why don't you take us through this offering as a quick refresher? Let's take a couple look at these beauty shots again by Dave. We can see them up here on the screen. Again, this is the box, super big for you to see. Again, this is where Orion is getting fixed and kind of becoming something else. You can see Orion and Alpha Trion here in their action poses. In this next set of images, you get to see a little bit of a close-up here, everything they got going on in their accessories. You can see the key to to Vector Sigma, rather, sorry, here in his hand. And then in this last set of beauty shots, you see that you can put that key into the top of Vector Sigma, and you kind of get to recreate the front of the box scene to a point. It's a lot of posability here. So let's actually show this product in hand, right? This is what they want.
Yeah, certainly. It's funny. You were asking me to tell them about it, and then you told them about it, which is fine because you've got it down, man. So yeah, here we go. We have Deluxe Class Orion packs packaged out with Voyager Class Alpha Trion, and then of course it comes with Vector Sigma and the key to Vector Sigma. super excited to finally show this off since we only showed off the packaging.
Yeah, this is
SDCC.
great. Super shiny Vector Sigma here.
Yes.
It kind of makes me think about a most magical place on Earth I might want to visit. I don't know. A lot of fun there.
That or it just takes me back to like the 70s.
Very ready to get my bell bottoms out and my platforms, I think.
Exactly. But yeah, so I took this project over from Lenny. He kicked it off initially with Ejima-san and Kunihiro-san, who worked on the Studio Series Cup and the Studio Series Scourge that these figures are
That makes a lot of sense.
Which I had worked with them on the Studio Series stuff, so this was super easy to take over.
Yep.
But yeah, this is a dream. As we know, I'm an Optimus Prime fan.
Are you? I've never noticed. When we do our fan streams, that shelf behind you, is that up? No? Okay.
It's clearly not obvious enough, so I'll just have to jam pack it with a little bit more.
Even your shirt maybe says something. I don't know.
My brother got me this. So, yeah.
Perfect. All right, so this is your PulseCon exclusive of the year, right? Available today, 5 p.m. for premium members, 6 p.m. for the rest of you. This is incredible, super fun. There's a lot going on here. This pack is great.
Yeah, I'm super thrilled to share this with folks, and I know I'm going to get some comments like, why does Alpha Trion have a beard? And it's like, you have to give him the beard.
I mean, I love it. Obviously, I like the beard. The other fun part that I didn't mention, but I did mention this in a lot of press interviews, is that the great part about this pack is that it lets us talk about a point in time, that War Dawn episode.
Yes.
So Legacy is more than just everything coming together. There are points in time that are coming together too. Maybe that's a hint that there's other stuff in time that you're going to see. Yeah. But yeah, that's a lot of fun.
What's an 80s show without time travel shenanigans? So yeah, exactly.
All right. Hey, you want to stick around for a little bit longer? We can maybe do Transformers Hall of Fame?
Yeah, sure. I'm not going anywhere.
Perfect. All right. So PulseCon, we did this last year for you guys. We did the Hall of Fame here. So while we have everybody engaged, let's do it again this year. So you all took to the internet. Thank you so much. Tons of votes. We posted this on social a few weeks ago, asked you to vote for your favorite animated character of the year, as well as your favorite legacy toy of the year. So let's kick this off with Transformers Animated. As you all know, the Transformers world lost Derek Wyatt at the end of 2021, and we wanted to be sure his contributions to the brand were forever recognized in Transformers history.
Absolutely.
Evan, anything you want to add about Derek?
I never got to meet him in person, but the man had a vision for Transformers. He was a humongous, passionate fan, and Transformers Animated is one of the best pieces of entertainment we've gotten in the last 10, 20 years.
It's super fun.
It's super fun. And then the Allspark Almanac that laid out his kind of plot for the season we didn't get and everything like that. It was a joy.
It's crazy. All right, so you all spoke loudly. In the beginning, I really thought Blitzwing was going to be the one to win. But in the end, your choice for favorite animated character with 17.5% of the vote is none other than Lugnut. This is great.
Yeah, it's Megatron's most loyal servant, and you thought the fans were trolling.
I thought I was getting trolled a little. I had to literally ask the team. I was just like, hey guys, is this for real, or is it just coming in, still kind of new to Transformers and its history? Obviously, I've watched the show, but I don't know the fandom in sense of when that show was on. So for those of you who do care, Blitzwing did come in second. However, Lugnut had well over 1,000 more votes, so that's pretty good
impressive.
there. He definitely won. So congrats, Lugnut. A well-deserved place among our favorite characters in Transformers history. Okay, so let's transition over to Toy of the Year. We talked about Legacy. You can see the poster here for year one behind us. We talked Legacy Evolution today, but obviously we have to recognize the first year of what we were able to accomplish with this line. I'm sure this is probably going to come as no surprise to everybody. Your Toy of the Year winner is Commander Motormaster.
Yeah. No, not at all.
You can see these beauty shots up here. Mark worked on this one with Takara. Again, the engineering feat here is incredible. Opens the door for what might be possible in terms of combiners in the future.
Yep.
Beautiful shots. Super thanks to
Mark and Ejima-san. They knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, it's very good. Super excited. So we also understand that you guys were also kind of voting for Menasor here in terms of your favorite character. So we didn't list him specifically, but we get it because you didn't have all of them, so we couldn't put him there. So
it's him and the Stunticons. You get the whole package.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Thanks again, Mark. That was great.
And for those of you who are wondering, Giaxis actually came in a close second, losing by a little less than 150 votes. So I'm loving him too. Awesome. I'm glad that we are able to like kind of dig into these other
G2 comic book lore stuff. Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll have to do some more.
All right. Last but not least, we do have our human inductee for the year. Normally there'd be some big build-up and kind of an acceptance speech. This year, however, we took a slightly different approach, and we wanted to recognize someone who, without making the connection between Hasbro and Takara Tomy, Transformers most likely would have never existed. This year, we're honored to add Henry Orenstein to the Transformers Hall of Fame. The world also lost Henry in December of 2021, and we wanted to honor and thank him for his contributions of helping to bring Transformers to life. For those of you that don't know the history, Evan, why don't you enlighten us a little bit?
I can hit the broad strokes here. So for those that don't know Henry, he was essentially a Polish Jew who survived the World War II concentration camps.
Crazy.
He moved to the United States in 1947, and following the war, he changed his name from Henrik to Henry. He was a notable inventor. He had over like 100 patents to his name.
Over.
Yeah. He became like a toy inventor, and that's great. That's amazing. Essentially, he was the man who bolstered the deal between Takara Tomy and Hasbro in the 80s to bring Diaclone over here, because they knew that in the 80s, robots were hidden. They were huge, they were everywhere, and Hasbro wanted in on that.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, there were so many robot brands being brought over to America at that time, and he could just see the value in this converting robot that other brands weren't doing. You were always just a robot, right? So, but yeah, that partner between Takara and Hasbro was born, and Transformers there. Thanks so much for taking me through it.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, and it's crazy to think about, right? It's been almost 40 years.
Almost 40 years.
That was in 1983, I think that deal was brokered. So if it wasn't for Henry, we wouldn't be here today.
There would be a hole in my life, yes.
So thank you, Henry, for your vision and knowledge and just understanding of the toy world. We wouldn't be here today without your contribution.
Yeah.
Mac, you are absolutely right. Henry Orenstein, what an absolutely phenomenal and invaluable part
Is that
of the
backwards?
Transformers
Yeah, that's backwards.
legacy.
So 15
I mean,
minutes.
without him, none of us would be here
it.
today. Transformers wouldn't
Things are
even
backwards.
exist.
So, like, if
and
I'm signing
frankly, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have a
UC
job. So
15,
thank you, Henry.
if I'm understanding correctly.
I couldn't think of a better and more perfect Hall of Fame inductee.
Yeah, should be.
Now, with that, I think we should head back into some more reveals. Don't you think, Cleo?
Yeah. So I gotta have it backwards.
Isabella, just can you give me 1 second? Just 1 second.
Cleo, you do realize we're still on air.
Yes, I know.
We're live.
I know we're live. I know we're live, but trust me, you're gonna want to see this.
What?
Are you ready?
All right,
Hey
hit me.
man, look. Look what we did. Look what we
Is that
did.
light bright?
No, dude, is that a light bright?
It's the light bright.
That's the light bright.
That's
You
nice.
guys, look at this magnificent glory. Oh my goodness. So that's what you've been doing this entire time back. I was trying to figure out, man.
I was in between watching all the great reveals. I saw this. You left it laying around. Me and Amen said you might as well put it together. So we put together an entire light bright. And as you can see, it's Optimus Prime.
There you go.
He looks absolutely spectacular. Cleo, I think you kind of stole my thunder. This is what we've been waiting for. It is the biggest light bright yet. 16 by 16. It is massive. And guess how many little pucks are included in this?
I'm gonna say 2,000.
I think you need to go up a little bit.
3,000?
No, that's right.
Amen?
4,000.
4,000. 4,000.
6,000 pegs, you guys.
It's
6,000 pegs. It's incredible. I mean, this is like a childhood dream come true. And not only do we have the beautiful Optimus Prime, but we have 3 different versions that you can choose from in this set.
3 different ones. So we get Optimus Prime. Who else do we get?
We get Bumblebee and that iconic G1 Autobot icon. It is absolutely beautiful.
Kinda like
you
the
can
icon.
use this as a backdrop if you're on your Zoom calls. You can display it on the tabletop, and it's battery powered on and off light switch, so it's super easily accessible. English is hard sometimes. And God, it's spectacular.
I want this to decorate my toy room.
Everybody on TikTok be like,
I'm for sure putting this in the back of a Zoom.
Wow.
Amen, where are you putting this the next time you DJ?
I need all 3.
Yeah.
And I need them in my man cave.
In the man cave for sure.
Not a better place to put it, absolutely.
And this is the biggest one. This is the biggest light bright ever?
It's the biggest light bright yet. So that's like a pretty special moment for us here because Transformers is so thrilled to be a part of this collaboration with Lightbright, bringing it to life, literally lighting up your room. Ba-dum-bumps.
Love that. Love that. Love that. Great way to pull it in.
Bring it to life.
Amazing.
Light up your
So,
life.
look, let's keep going, right? We've got so much more to talk about today. I am really excited. I mean, fans, y'all have heard of it before, but let's talk a little bit about Transformers Earthspark. This is going to be our all-new animated series for kids. It is action-packed, it is comedic, and it's an original series that'll be premiering this November on Paramount Plus and Nickelodeon. We are so excited. It's essentially a brand new series that's introducing an entirely new generation of Transformers robots. And I might add, this is one of my favorite parts. It's the first time we're going to see Transformers robots who were born on Earth. And of course, there'll be a family who welcomes them in, a human family to care for our bots. And, you know, you can't have a Transformers show without some of our legacy and fan favorites. So obviously, we're going to see those classic bots return, teaching the new bots what it really means to be in the world of Transformers, what it means to be a Transformers robot. So we've got a quick little special sneak peek for y'all. So let's take a look.
Are they born Transformers or are they born Decepticons? Are they born Autobots? I mean, or are they born Decepticons?
Exclusively on Paramount Plus.
Okay, I can rock it. Well, not rock it, but I can.
I don't know about you all, but I am so excited. I'm stoked for this brand new show. You know, it's been a minute since we've had a show of this particular style, and it's an entirely new storyline. We're going to get to see things that we have never, ever seen before in Transformers, so can't wait to share this all with you. And this is brand new news. Hot off the press, Cleo. Hot off the press.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news right here at Pulse Con.
Yes, as I feel like a newscaster. There's going to be, in 2023, an all-new video game based on Transformers Earthspark, made in partnership with the incredible studio Outright Games, and we are so thrilled to be able to announce this today to all of you. It is coming in 2023, so keep your eyes out for more information and get hyped.
Earthspark just coming through, rolling out with everything. We get a brand new series.
Yes.
Right? New characters.
Yes.
Action, adventure, family.
What more do you need?
And a video game.
And a video game.
Come on now. I can't
Oh, man.
can't wait.
Look, we've got even more planned for you guys. It's going to be coming up Earthspark related at New York Comic Con. So be sure to check back. You know, there might be more new news happening there, but come back to Hasbro Pulse as well for a special limited time opportunity to pre-order a few of the toys. So keep your eyes and ears open.
I'm talking. That's what Pulse Con is all about, though.
That is.
Big reveals, big news.
Yes.
Just seeing that trailer, right? Knowing the fact that we're getting a chance, of course, to see Optimus Prime, Bumblebee pulls up, and the family elements. And you said that this is the first time we're seeing Transformers born on Earth?
Exactly right.
That's
It's pretty spectacular. I'm so excited to share this new story with the world. But I want to shift gears a little bit, no pun intended.
Aha! She's coming through with all the smoke. She's getting it. She's got this.
Oh, yeah, tell me to stop. Let's move to comics, you guys. For anyone who has seen our previous Transformers fan streams, you might know that I am a massive comic book fan, big nerd for it, and I'm really excited to be able to share with you guys. I was able to sit down with incredible comic book artist and author, Nick Roche. And we have a little bit sneak peek of that interview available for you guys here today. So let's take a quick look, shall we?
Check out Nick Roche.
Anyways, I digress. Last spot standing. We've got a couple covers done by yourself and Josh. And I know now throughout this entire conversation, I think you've made it really abundantly clear, but a lot of your writing, Nick, tackles the concept of change within Cybertronians, both as individual characters, like duality of character, but also that duality of form, right? And this miniseries embodies that so beautifully.
I like it when people analyze my writing, and when they do, I smoke my pocket.
I love that. It's amazing. So anyway, speaking of character, I am curious to hear you talk a bit about how you approach character design, especially when you have the opportunity, like you did and in many other comics, but in Last Spot Standing in particular, to bring entirely new bots or form factors to the page, to the comics.
Yeah, that was, I mean, well, I like, as I referred to before, I try and kind of, when I'm designing them, it's important that you can see that they turn into something, and you kind of get some idea of what they turn into. And I do figure it out. I can do it. I do my homework. But again, I wanted to say more about the character, and so if that goes with kind of body language and proportions, I'm going to lean into that a little bit more. So with Last Spot Standing, who, spoilers, the last spot is Old Man Rodimus. He's kind of perceived to be the final Transformer who's kind of been in hiding on this remote planet at the end of time, after the Cybertronian Wars has basically destroyed the universe, and there's only a few life forms left. But it's for reasons. This planet is kind of like an analogy to the American Old West, and so he. I kind of, there's like steam-powered vehicles being introduced to this kind of pre-industrial society, and you kind of see them throughout the story. But there's like a visitor, an asteroid visitor comes down, and you kind of see this figure, coming out, and it's got like a kind of wing spoilers on the back or whatever. And you kind of, the idea is you're kind of supposed to think, oh, this is Hot Rod coming and whatever, and then you reveal that like that's not Hot Rod, or it's not Rodimus. Rodimus is actually this kind of covered wagon, like you'd find in like the American West or whatever, like a horse-drawn, and he's been disguised as a wagon. So I love the idea of having to figure out kind of what sort of shape with Rodimus's car mode being that it could almost be completely flat, conceal as a wagon if you covered it with enough rubbish, and then like throw the actual kind of like cover over it. And then use that kind of cover to kind of act as a kind of a cool Western poncho thing, to kind of tie in with the Old West sort of style. So again, that was just one of those sort of things where you kind of have the character, the bot mode character design in mind more so than like this wheel goes here and it will rotate, 350 to 360 degrees. So because I kind of wanted that silhouette and that kind of body language and that kind of crag, and kind of like slightly, he's not as kind of stealth as he was when he was kind of like Hot Rod, kind of, he's more mature, kind of proportioned, aren't we all? And, the kind of that thing of leaning into that kind of silhouette of kind of like an old kind of gunslinger kind of callback for one mission. So that's kind of what but I just like the idea of like, I love getting to play with the ideas of disguise in Transformers. It kind of goes back to kind of what I like about it, and kind of playing with your audience expectations. That's why I like when the toys are packaged in vehicle modes, you know what I mean? You get to sort of pop the robot out from that direction, I understand the logistics of why they're not always. Don't at me. It's that thing of like, we did it with Scenes of the Wreckers a lot, and I had ideas for like, if I ever got to write more Transformers, I always wanted to have like this, you never knew what character, what device was actually a Transformer, and whether it was not about Decepticon. Well, we did it with Sins of the Wreckers. We did it with that. These tarantulas created these biological transforms, and you don't know what they are. It could be any Earth animal, and if he's perfected that, we're screwed, So it's and so like in that series, there's a whale, there's a rabbit, there's a walrus called Tuskmaster, and it's that sort of sense of like really that they're among us, and I love that sort of kind of duality or multi-layer thing of like not only with kind of the characters or not only with the visual forms, their physical forms, that they can be one thing and also the other, but that thing of like with the characters as well, that like kind of the Transformer can be this, and then they can through the story become that, or they're concealing this, and through the story you uncover that. That's especially the case with Last Spot, and it's always the case with Wreckers because there's people hiding secrets in the secrets. And I just think that it's a story theme that is fun to come back to, because they're Transformers, and that's what And again, so you're playing to the strengths that way too.
All right, thanks to Past Me and Isabella and our friend Nick Roche. Super fun. Make sure you add that VOD content to your queue for later today. As you guessed it, or kind of knew it, our final reveal of the day is none other than the raddest dude in here, Shattered Glass Soundwave, joined again by Mark. Obviously, we got to talk about this.
Well, you like how I just transformed into Mark from Evan.
Well, obviously.
Noticed that. But yeah, Soundwave. Finally, that Earthrise mold. We get Shattered Glass Soundwave Cowabunga dudes.
Yeah, I mean, people have been blowing up your socials all year about this, right? Like, Soundwave when? Right, obviously. So,
I mean, I love the Shattered Glass color scheme, so I'm pretty hyped up about this. And he also does come with the 2 cassettes.
Ooh, baby. So, I mean, you can all be mad at me when it came to laying out the year. I moved Soundwave from the beginning of the year to the end of the year because I was like, I need something cool for Pulse Con. So I saved Soundwave specifically for today. So that's on me. You can all come yell at me on social. It's fine. But let's take a look. First shot, we see Soundwave here in his cassette mode. This is amazing. Obviously, you guys have been asking for this mold. We made him in his cassette mode. Maybe that doesn't actually particularly perfectly play into Shattered Glass, but still looks really good here. And let's take a look at this second picture. You can see him here in his bot mode with Laserbeak.
Oh man, that metallic blue is shimmering. And as you can see, he also does have a new head sculpt. He does have his nice little electric green bandana here. And he does actually have some light piping with some green tint there. And we also have a different colored tint for his chest. The colors for this guy are just astronomically amazing, and I couldn't be happier to finally bring this dude along with the other heroic Decepticons.
Heroic Decepticons. Sounds weird every time we talk about it.
But it's just such a good program, like the whole mirrored universe thing.
So
I can't get enough of these characters,
has
really.
A window on it too,
and Soundwave here, I mean, he has all of his, you know, his usual gimmicks from the original toy here.
Yep. Got that chest that opens up. Cassettes go in
there. That's a
there.
little downfall.
The plow.
Perfect. All right. So we did have a long conversation about how to accomplish a headband. Obviously, in the comics, it's kind of long and flowy, and like we had to figure out what would work molded here without making some extra pieces.
I didn't really want to do the PVC, the soft plastic bandana, because then it would have had been plugged in, and then when you transform, the thing would have been flying everywhere. It's just, you know, it makes it messy. I like it sculpted on top of the head, so you know you can tell me how you prefer it in the comments, and then you can yell at me later. Because I think that was a personal preference there. That was my fault.
All right, so it wouldn't be a Shattered Glass reveal if we didn't also have comic cover, right? So we've been doing these exclusive Pulse covers that have come with every Shattered Glass character, but let's take a look at this graphic. You might kind of see something interesting here. We have two covers up here because we're showing something off. So your artwork on the right of your screen, again, done by Casey Kohler. Amazing, looks like everything else. Will have that Spot UV. It has the foil shiny Shattered Glass logo on it, but we have another cover here, and this will be your retailer incentive cover,
so
and drawn by maybe somebody sitting at this table, and that somebody is not me. So Mark, let's talk about your comic cover debut.
My debut, I mean, talk about a childhood dream come true, really. I mean, my artwork featured on a cover for a character that I got to design the deco for. I mean, it's pretty out of this world, and it really is a dream come true. I could not be happier that this moment is happening right now.
It was awesome when you were just like reached out. You're like, how do I get to do a comic cover? And I'm like, oh, this is easy. Hey, let's email the guys at IDW. Like, hey, people high up in charge, I have my friend here, Mark, who's doing all this awesome artwork and deco on this character. He does art on the side. He wants to draw a cover. How can we make that happen? So,
yeah, and I just. Ever since I was a kid, that's kind of what I grew up on. My big brother got me into comic books at an early age, and that's the reason why I jumped onto Transformers at an early age as well. And it's just, you know, to have that featured on an IDW comic for the series.
I'll be at the comic shop on the Wednesday. It comes out in December. Make sure you run out, get that book. Again, it's going to be a retailer incentive. It's going to be hard to come by. It's awesome. I want mine signed by Mark. It's going to be cool. I can't wait. So, PulseCon 2022 Transformers panel. We did it. We did a ton of things. Legacy Evolution. We talked about it. We talked about the raddest dude there ever, Sir Soundwave. We finished Shattered Glass for the year. Again, don't forget to check out all the stuff here on the screen. Add these QR codes, scan them. We'll take you to product. It'll take you to the VOD content. You get a chance to relook at all that stuff we revealed for the Magic panel. Do it now. Add those videos to your queue, right? I mean, you got them. Don't lie to me. I promise. Make sure you put them in your queue. You're gonna need something to do when this ends today. So, thank you again from the bottom of our hearts for spending your time with us on this amazing Friday. We're excited to have the opportunity to show you the final result of all the hard work we've been working on for the last year and a half, 2 years. Stick around. Nothing has changed. We'll be sitting here. We have Power Rangers coming up next, with the day being capped by Ryan, Dan, and Dwight for the Team Marvel Legends, and they have some goodies. I know I'll be watching, but first, let's send it to LA to Isabella and Cleo. Take us out. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks so much, BMAC. Amazing reveals. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we started
That
big.
was a lot.
We started really, really big.
We started big and we didn't let it, the steam did not run out. I think this has been an absolutely phenomenal PulseCon Transformers panel. We're so happy to be able to share all of this with you guys at home. Oh my goodness. I mean, Cleo, what were your favorites? What did you like out of it?
Yeah, I'm having a hard time trying to put it in order. Leo Prime. Okay, I've always loved that design. I was a big Beast Wars guy, right? But then Leo Prime, I believe he's a Japanese character, one exclusively. So it was dope to be able to see him brought to PulseCon today. Of course, Tarn.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
God, again, up in there with all of those incredible legacy reveals.
Yes.
Oh man.
We had the Magic the Gathering and Transformers collab. Like that's something I did not expect at all. Magic the Gathering coming together. We had the Heroes Born 2-pack. We had the Shattered Glass Soundwave, which you called.
Man, check it out. I go to the comic book store every Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
I love to hear it, yes.
I love it. Even the new cover, everything, crazy.
Oh man,
crazy.
see that's one of my problems is I like to collect for the artwork specifically.
Yeah.
So I end up with like 5 of each issue. Kind of a problem.
Where do you store all of these?
It's a good question, and I prefer not to say.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
My house is a little bit of a mess.
We're gonna keep that secret for sure. For sure. Leo Prime is for sure my favorite reveal out of everything that we saw in that panel, though. It's just the colorway of him. This is Optimus Prime. Yeah. He's a lion. He's fierce, and he's got the guts. Oh, he's so cool. That's one that I gotta add to my collection of my shelf for sure.
100%. How about that light bright though? I'm still so glad that you were able to pull that out of there.
It took us a while to get through the light bright. It took us a while. Me and A-Man definitely focused on bringing it to life. But like you said, it was the biggest
that light
one,
bright was
6,000
already
pieces.
done, by the way.
What, A-Man? Yo!
Hey.
Yo!
Look who it is!
Ladies and gentlemen, we got Tarn himself on set with us.
You guys, I thought you might like to see something a little bit special here today. So, Transformers had to bring it. And who else? What other brand can bring you something as epic as Tarn in person?
Wow. Okay. We got Tarn, he's live, he's here, the leader of the Decepticon Justice Division.
You know it.
And just seeing all the details even for him right here. This is crazy.
It's we get to see the beautiful double barrel fusion cannons.
Right.
I mean, what Mark and B-Mac were talking about earlier with all of that, the gorgeous light piping that you see here in his eyes and in his chest that make it look like he is just glowing with energon.
The fact that Tarn's mask is like the Decepticon insignia, and then actually seeing it here on set live like this is
terrifying.
This is crazy. It's so good. He's very menacing, very empowering.
Yes.
Well,
I mean, you don't want to get too close to him.
This is the guy I need with me, though. Come on now. Everywhere I step, it's like, yo, talk to Tarn, man. Don't talk to me. Talk to Tarn.
I've had fun with
God,
that.
Man.
Yes. CG imposed. It's not even
Here's the thing I learned about Tarn as well is like, yo, he listens to classical music while he's doing his things to his enemies.
Yes.
That's another level of like mind breaking, and just to see him here like this, though.
I gotta say though, you may want him as your security detail, just thinking about how incredibly menacing he is.
Right.
But
yes,
this guy, I don't know if you know this, Tarn has been known to whisper Decepticon deserters and traitors to death.
Whisper to death?
Whisper them to death. You don't want to get on this guy's bad side. You do not want to go against the Decepticon cause when you're messing with Tarn.
So Tarn, I would like for you to speak loudly at all times. Please, no whispering on set. We're glad to have you here, but please, no whispering. Let you speak as loudly as you want.
I mean, isn't this something else, you guys?
Yeah.
To be able to see him in person like this, just the sheer scale.
Yeah.
But we've got something even cooler to show you. Take a step back really quick.
Yeah, okay.
I need you guys to say, all right.
Bye, Tarn.
Bye, Tarn.
Bye, Tarn.
Yeah. And then,
oh!
here he is! Oh, the alt mode.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you guys, look, we couldn't talk about Tarn on the panel, do the toy reveal, and not show both modes. Look how absolutely spectacular this is.
Ready.
Look at the cannons. Nah, Tarn, listen. I know you're also I heard he's also addicted to actually changing back and forth. He has an addiction, right?
He's got a little bit of a problem with that.
He's got a little problem going back between his actual bot mode and his tank mode, but this looks so cool.
Isn't it? He's spectacular. And like, look, you can see, again, with that gorgeous glowing energon effect that we use the translucent piping in the toy product to achieve that same look. So you guys are gonna, I wish you can all, everybody at home, I wish y'all could be here in person, but we're gonna experience it for you. We're taking it
y'all
in.
cutting into my Power Rangers time. It's already been 9 minutes, 9.5 minutes. Let's go.
Listen,
masterpiece.
Listen, to see Tarn in his bot mode is one thing, right?
Right.
To see him with the Decepticon insignia as the mask, but him in tank mode, you don't want to see him pulling up to the fight. You don't. Him coming over the hill, getting ready for battle. I don't want to see him like this.
It's pretty terrifying. I don't know.
Take this home. I want this. I want them just like this. Can I just?
I don't think Tarn's going to be too happy about
just
that.
take Tarn home like
Come
this, like in his full fashion.
You try and let me know how that goes.
He doesn't whisper.
Yeah,
no
precisely.
whispering.
No whispering.
Please don't whisper.
We're gonna keep the energy up. We're gonna keep it moving and grooving. I love it.
It's easy. Everyone watching at home, look. This is what you wanted. They actually revealed him here at Pulse Con 2022. You got Tarn, man. Tank mode looks great. As you see it zooming in around it, you can see the tracks for his wheels. He looks so freaking cool.
Yeah, and the entire team on the Transformers brand, Mark, the engineers, the designers, everybody. I know we've really wanted to do him justice for a long time, and so it was amazing to be able to have the opportunity to finally bring him to life.
Isabella, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You started huge. It's amazing.
You're the best. Thank
you
so much.
You started it off amazing. PulseCon is great. Thank you so much again.
Thanks for having me on.
Appreciate it.
Looking forward to the rest of the show.
Absolutely amazing. We started PulseCon off with Transformers, guys. And I know everyone watching at home, I know you guys have been in the chat, spamming, letting us know everything you loved about the Transformers panel. If you're like me, you enjoyed seeing Leo Prime, I'm gonna go ahead and put that order in immediately. I know we also have some comments coming in from the chat right now, right? We could throw those up on screen. I feel like, yes. Thank you, man. Thank you, B-Mac. That consistent packaging is an awesome touch. I do agree. It's one thing to get the toy right, but me and you talked about this. I asked, are you like when you collect yours, do you keep them in box or you take them out?
I have a little bit of both, but I'm a huge fan of the artwork.
Right.
Like all these artists are so incredible, and to see the whole line is insane, especially when you get to put them all together.
Right.
Crazy.
Shout out to B-Mac staying on top of that. What else we got in the chat? What you guys talking about over there in the PulseCon chat? Yes, Needle Nose finally. Oh, Needle Nose. Yes, Needle Nose finally. Yes, you've been waiting on that. You've been waiting on it. And guess what? PulseCon, that's what it's about. We're doing big reveals. That's what it's all about. Getting a chance to see Needle Nose as well was dope.
No, it's dope. The core
Power Rangers,
small,
let's go.
all the way
That's
up to the big dogs.
2:15.
Yeah, crazy.
It's almost
I
2:30
love
now.
that. I love that. You guys are having a blast at PulseCon 2022. I know you guys are. Can't wait to have a Transformer deck. I'm assuming that means I can't wait to have a Transformer deck. You have any decks?
Man, let me tell you something. I got a little bit of everything.
You do have a little bit of everything.
My toy collection is insane.
Yes, man. That's why you're here, though.
I got Transformers stacked up taller than me at the crib.
That's why you're here, and that's what it's all about, man. Listen, I got my Transformers. I like to take mine out. I actually brought mine to set with me today. I think it's fair to say we have some pretty excited fans. Won't you say, DJ Amen?
I think everybody's excited. My phone's blowing up right now. All my friends are watching.
Yeah.
They're saying they cannot believe we got a Light Bright that big.
Light Bright gets revealed, right?
Crazy.
The Magic the Gathering Transformers crossover is not something I expected, but we get that.
Yeah, man.
DJ Amen. Time to shift gears a little bit. You know what time it is?
Don't do it, Cleo.
No.
No, I'm serious. Don't do it.
DJ Amen.
No.
Do you know what time it is?
Please don't do it. Oh my God.
It's morphin' time. That's right, baby. Let's check in with Pam and Jordan over at the Power Rangers team right now on Hasbro Pulse Con. It's morphin' time. Let's go.
Oh my God.
Hey everyone, welcome to the
These guys are
Power
cringeworthy.
Rangers PulseCon panel. We are so excited to be here. I am Pam, the marketing person at Power Rangers, and I have with me Jordan.
Hey, it's your boy Jordan. My name is Jordan and I'm on product development. And before we get rolling on all the amazing things we have to talk about today, I want to give a big shout out to all of our Ranger Nation fans for your support. And 2022 has been a very interesting year. One of the things that's been getting me through it is the thought of telling you all what we have planned for 2023.
So thank you, Ranger Nation, for being the best, and because you are the best, let's talk about Lightning Collection. So first, we revealed during Power Week our unfrozen caveman Coda from Dino Charge. So this is going to be a first look at the physical product. Jordan, do you want to tell us a little bit about Coda?
I would love to. Check him out. Coda from Dino Charge comes with his core team weapons, the Dino Charger and the Dino Saber, with a lightning blast effect that accompanies the saber. Let me flip it back to the front so you can check out that portrait again.
Looks so good. And he comes with the pinless body?
Correct. So this is new for the male Dino Charge figures. As you know, they have that really cool kind of lizard scaling effect on their arms. So it's really, this was a really great chance to introduce that kind of arm type into the pinless design. Check him out. He looks so good.
Coda looks awesome. And next, we have another one revealed during Power Week. We revealed Zoe from Beast Morphers. This is a completely new sculpt, and here's a first physical look at the product.
Check her out in all her Beast Morphers glory. One of the things I do want to point out is how cool the portrait and especially her hair looks. Loretta spec'd a kind of two-tone effect with a base molded color that's darker and kind of dry brush effect that is a little bit lighter, so you get that multi-dimensional blonde hair effect. Also, big fan of the Beast Morphers design, the unique tooling and really specific to Beast Morphers design that is so special to this series made the timing of this figure a little bit tricky, but we're excited to finally have the full core original 3 Beast Morphers team out for 2023.
Awesome, she looks amazing. And next up, we are announcing Wild Force Putrid.
Putrids!
Check him out.
Yeah, so we always relish in the opportunity to release more foot soldiers in the team, or in the Lightning Collection rather, and having a Wild Force character is a little bit of a zag at this point with the relatively low number of Wild Force figures out, but maybe you can expect to see more in the future. I don't know.
Looks like they just took a
Putrids
putty
themselves are
and
actually
changed the color.
really cool. I've actually not really had a Loretta worked on this figure, but I hadn't gotten such a close look at the design of it, and it's really cool how it translates to Lightning Collection, especially like the back of the head detail. You kind of see like the spandex textured, very tokusatsu style suit. And it's just really cool to finally be able to bring that to the Lightning Collection. What else we got?
Yeah, he's a super awesome army builder. And finally, for Wave 13, we are actually announcing Dino Fury Green Ranger Izzy. I hope everyone is able to catch the second half of the Dino Fury that actually dropped yesterday, available on Netflix for English-speaking markets,
great.
Or for local broadcasters around the world.
Yes.
But she looks amazing.
Been waiting forever.
Yes, Link to Morphin Grid. No spoilers in the chat, by the way. The second half of the season just dropped, and there's some very exciting things that happened. So I've heard I'm behind. No spoilers again, please. But how awesome is it to finally have Izzy as part of the Lightning Collection line? She's a fan favorite character, definitely one of my favorite Green Rangers. There aren't really that many Green Rangers, and she's definitely
She's
up
top
there.
tier. She really is. I love her throughout Dino Fury. I thought she was definitely my favorite. And I'm really excited to see what happens really again for that second half. So all 4 of these Lightning Collection Wave 13 are available for Pulse Premium members at 5 p.m. Eastern Time and available at 6 p.m. for everybody else.
I'm personally not interested in any of those.
That's not all for Lightning
but they
Collection.
did look good.
That's right. We want to give everyone, we're calling this a lightning round segment preview of what's to come in 2023. So there are some teams out there that are close to being finished, and we can confirm for 2023 that those teams, that these 3 teams are going to be complete by the end of the year, which are, if we can get on the screen, Lost Galaxy, SPD, and Dino Thunder. What?
The Black Ranger for
But
Dino
that's
Thunder.
not all. We have one more surprise for you, and that is
We're launching in 2023 the Alien Rangers.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, I'm really
Saw
excited
neat
to
those.
announce that too. In terms of, I know a lot of fans have been asking for this, so this is really big news for us.
Yes,
That's part of the Mighty
they're
Morphin Power
really,
Rangers for us.
really cool team. Fan requested. Personally, I really love the design for the costumes, which is pretty short-lived, but stay tuned in the coming months and we'll have more to show and share for the Alien Ranger team.
So that's a wrap for lightning round. So we're actually going to be handing this over to Andre from Black Nerd. He was able to catch up with our cast from Dino Fury last week for a special Pulse Con interview. So here's a sneak peek. Check it out.
Not even that long. Hasbro, step up your toy game for Power Rangers.
Well, thank you all. Thank you. You guys are great on this show, and that's why it's so good to see you coming back. Which we got to talk about that. We got to get into some Cosmic Fury stuff because you ended on a cliffhanger, like big time cliffhanger. In Dino Fury. So Simon, yeah, what's gonna happen? So Simon, what did that process come of setting that up to set it into the new season? Was that something that you were able to plan out with everyone involved, or how did that go about?
Well, towards the end of season 29, while we were still filming, it became clear that there was something special about Dino Fury, to be honest, about the cast and the way it was all working. And that was confirmed when season 28 started to air on Nickelodeon and Netflix and other places around the world. And there was an overwhelmingly positive response to the show. And so conversations began just towards the end of the shoot with between E1 and Hasbro and production about maybe what if perhaps we could, it hasn't been done before, should we? And when we wrote that last scene, the cliffhanger, we actually had no idea that there would be a third season, but we had our fingers firmly crossed, and I think we were kind of hoping that when we put it in the script, everyone will want to see what's going to happen.
Exactly.
So a bit of that, but also
People would have been mad.
We started conversations with the cast shortly after we finished filming, and a lot of pieces have to fit into place before you can absolutely confirm something.
So just give you guys an idea, they're speaking on the last episode of season 2, not the last episode of season 2 part 1, like complete season 2. So as far as right now, they're not giving away any spoilers to what it's about. It's just a cliffhanger. But most of us already know that they're transferring the cast over to season 3 and a new Power Ranger team. Or new powers, because it's not a new team, it's just new powers.
But once it was confirmed, I know everyone was just delighted and really excited to see the team come back together again, to get the band back together. It's a great thing. I'm really pleased.
It's like the Jonas Brothers.
It is also worth mentioning, and it's not much of a spoiler. It's going to be pretty obvious that season 30, Cosmic Fury, kicks off immediately from where we left our characters at the end of season 29 in that cliffhanger scene.
That is great. So for the cast, how does it feel to get back into this new season particularly, but what are you looking forward to with your characters, besides obviously going into space? But what else are you looking forward to the future of your characters in this series?
I have to say...
That you can say.
I have to say, I have that line, the Morphin Masters have given me new powers. What are they? I want to know. I'm excited. I'm so excited. I have no idea what they are. I can't wait to dive into that. So that's me.
Yeah. I'm just excited to see our dynamic in a different realm, like if we are in space and stuff. So I'm just excited. I don't know. I'm also just excited to work with these guys again because it just make it so easy. And since we're coming back as the same characters, it's just really nice that we don't have to worry about getting along because we all know that we love each other already.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that.
I'm excited to see how it kind of ends, I guess, because on season 2, it's let's go get ahead. How does that play out? Does he bring other people back? How tough is it going to be to bring down? There's so many things that they have to think about and that I'm really excited for.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes, I want to see where our character goes from now. Yes, I want to see where our characters go. How far else could, what, after watching the end of season 2, you're what else could happen? And it's so much that I feel like, and that I know,
Yeah.
That I know will happen. So, oh my gosh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
I feel like our characters also grow so much in the 2 seasons. I feel like our characters grow so much in the 2 seasons. They change so much within those 44 episodes.
and drive.
Oh, or in Chance's way.
That was day one.
Nothing irritates me more than that. It's the seatbelt.
I know. When the seatbelt gets stuck in, it's like, especially on set, right?
Oh my god.
So every time there's a new season of Power Rangers, a new iteration, the question always comes, what's the adaptation? Which Super Sentai are we using to adapt into Cosmic Fury? So Simon, can you give us any hints on that?
That is a very good question, and I have really enjoyed following all the speculation that's been bouncing around online since Cosmic Fury was announced. But before I say anything, I do want to dispel a lot of the fake rumors that are out there, and make it very clear that Hasbro and Toei have a very positive and firm relationship, and that will continue on into the future, whatever form Power Rangers might take as it evolves and grows. So Toei and Hasbro have been partners since the beginning in Power Rangers, and that will continue to be the case. Now, the big question that everyone wants the answer to, and the answer is...
What?
What? I want to find out more.
Did they really end it there?
I can't believe it. I guess it's, well, time to buckle up and
gosh.
check out the full interview of the video on demand after this panel. So, now we're going to talk about Zord Ascension Project.
Yes, let us ascend. Before we get super into the nitty-gritty about what's coming next, I wanted to give a big and heartfelt thank you to all the fans who have come out and supported Zap with the content, videos, photo shoots, comments online. I read through all of them and I look through as many things as I can, collecting feedback, making notes. It's been a very awesome process to be a part of, and we just love to see you guys react to it.
Yeah, we love the content that you've been making online. The team overall loves listening and hearing all of that, so keep on making that content.
Yes, it's really rewarding, especially for me to see, because I consider all of these guys my little robo babies, so seeing them on the amazing stage of YouTube and all their robo glory just really warms my heart. But we're not here to talk about 2022, right, Pam?
We're not. So, what's next for Zord Ascension Project? I'm gonna do a countdown for our reveal. 3.
It's gotta be
3,
Titanius.
5. Let's rock it. Our next Zord Ascension Project is gonna be from in space.
Okay.
Check it out. Da, 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 da. That's right. We're moving straight into in space with the Astro Megazord. When I was pitching Zord Ascension Project internally, this is actually the product that I was envisioning. It has this character, the Astro Megazord, really checks all the boxes of something that we want to ascend with the Zap project.
And the hands are
and
out.
The trick was to balance classic references with modern engineering, capitalizing on nostalgia, but trying not to deviate from the original designs too much. But again, really update the processes and the mechanisms and the surface detail into something that is going to be really stellar, in space, on a collector shelf.
Yeah, amazing, Jordan. I mean, the first thing that I really noticed about this product was honestly the size. Like, this is basically the size of my torso.
Yes, it's a third Pam tall. And it is actually true to 1/144th scale, if I may. Let's place this guy on the carousel. So, as you may know, one of the tenets of Zord Ascension Project is to have each Zord in scale to one another. So that means at 1/144th scale, the Astro Megazord is just under 15 inches tall. So that is going to make it the ultimate display centerpiece in any in-space themed shelf.
Wow, that means like it's truly massive, and it's extra posable too. Doesn't it come with a lot of accessories?
Yeah, that's right. So posability right out the gate, and let me touch on that real quick. He's got a ball jointed head, all the joints you might expect, plus some extra. His arms have a lot of forearm and kind of outward rotation. He's even got an ab crunch, so he can do sit-ups. And he's got a hidden ball joint in the ankles as well. You can kind of pop out the lower part of the legs to give him some flexibility there for stability while standing. Speaking of the accessories, he does come with a total of 6 hands, open, closed, and gripping hands, as well as pretty much everything you might expect him to need, like the shield, the sword, and the rocket booster.
Wow, and this also comes with 5 Micro Rangers for the Megazord.
Yes, that's right. 1:1 44 scale micro figures, just like all the other ones, and their "we need Megazord power now" pose, which is pretty iconic. So just like on the show, it can morph into the Astro Mega Ship. Put that back on the carousel. And one of the things that was really cool about the Zord Ascension project, working on this, was that we were able to reference there were actually images online of the show prop as well as the original concept art, and really use both of those things to bring this guy to life. Now there are some little details that deviate from that on-screen show spaceship model, but then that's for manufacturing purposes. But we did capture a lot of details that are new to the toy, and one of the things I do want to call out is his little thrusters in the back. Those, as far as I can, as far as the research that I've done shows, these little thrusters and stuff weren't really part of the toys before. I found out it does make the transformation a little bit trickier because we can't stretch the rotation joint all the way over there, but you know, little details like that are what we strive to capture in the Zord Ascension project.
And it truly is amazing. I love, again, all of the detail that comes with this. But do you want to tell us where the Rangers really sit on the sword?
That's right. So there are actually 2 places. So in the chest underneath the big red M, you can actually see they sit in the command center, which was you know, a set design that was exclusive to Power Rangers, that kind of little command center shot there. This was the Power Rangers home base because, again, they were on the megaship in space for the first time. So that's the command center view, and then there's also the Megazord view, and the head, where you can see them like that. So they are in there. One of the funny quirks about the Astro Megazord is that 3 Rangers are facing forward and 2 are facing sideways. I just thought that was kind of funny, but we did manage to capture that detail in here. Again, at 1:1 44 scale. So they look fabulous just sitting in there, piloting arguably one of the best Megazord designs, in my opinion.
And I agree. And everyone, you can actually get this Astro Megazord. It's going to be available for Pulse Premium members at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and available at 6 p.m. for everybody else. And next we have a sneak peek from our Boom Studio. So we're going to actually check that out now.
Boom Studio. Woot woot. Woot woot. Okay.
Hi, I'm Andre, and I'm thrilled to bring you this panel about past, present, and future of Power Rangers in comics. And I got 2 wonderful guests with me here today, which I have to introduce. They're wonderful, wonderful people. I've seen them so many times, and I'm so happy to see them here again for this. We have New York Times bestselling author Ryan Parrott. He's a comic book author, screenwriter based out of LA. He's best known to Power Rangers fans as the long-running fan favorite writer of Boom Studios' Power Rangers series, Go-Go Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin, and Power Rangers. And he is currently the writer for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 100, which is his final issue, as well as the writer for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers / Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, one of my favorite crossovers. So Ryan, thank you for being here.
Thank you, man. It's a pleasure to be here.
And then we also have Melissa Flores. Hey, Melissa. Melissa is a writer she's a writer best known for her work as a producer on Power Rangers. She also wrote and created the popular Twitch digital hybrid series, The Unleashed, as well as the comic book series, The Dead Lucky from Image Comics. She's the upcoming main series writer for the ongoing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers from issue 101 and onward. So great to have you here, Melissa.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here with like two of my favorite people ever.
So it's been really cool to see Power Rangers in the world of comics. We've seen obviously the TV show for going on 30 years now.
Make the comics into cartoons.
But I'm curious with you two, what made it so special to be able to use this franchise in comics form?
Oh, I mean, I think the coolest thing has always been that you could just do so much more in comics. You know, like everybody knows how Power Rangers was made, and it's this crazy, insane hybrid. And I feel like the nicest thing about it was that you could, you know, with the comics, you could just really take it and go anywhere. There was no budget restrictions. There was no, as they showed in Shattered Grid, there was no time restrictions. So you could have people who have played parts 30 years apart. I think that's the stuff that's been so much fun. It's the perfect medium for this particular franchise.
Spicy nutshell.
Absolutely. I mean, there's just something so magical about really being only limited by the page and by your imagination. And what I really love about Power Rangers comics in general is that, yes, it is based in canon, so to speak, where you have, you know, everything that happened on the show. But obviously, this isn't the 90s. It's a completely different tone. Everybody's got cell phones. And the freedom that comes with that to just create new Rangers and new worlds and really dive into existing characters in such an interesting and different way. It's been fascinating. One of the favorite things I feel that's come out of my favorite things that's come out of the Power Rangers franchise in the last 10 years. It's just been a blast to see it develop, and 100 issues is incredible to just see the amount of story that was told.
Yeah, that's what I found was so interesting about this, because obviously if you have watched the show, you know what's happened in that show, or you get the beats of that show. But it seems like the comics were able to play in this sort of in between. So we know that, for example, right at the beginning, Tommy became the Green Ranger, but we didn't know what it was like of him going from this bad guy to now this good guy, and so it was interesting to read like how different Rangers reacted to that, and even his own self-reflection of that. Then of course we had in Go-Go, we got to see more of what the team was like before Tommy came to be, and then by the time we get to Shattered Grid, it's just like you have so much to play with. Is that fun for you guys to be able to go, oh, how can we add some more context to certain parts, or pull from different seasons and mix them together in ways that we've never done before?
Yeah, I mean, one of the goals I've always had from the beginning was to not sort of do it as like a reboot, you know, because I never wanted to be. If you go read Go-Go, we actually don't replay anything. We kind of like, we'll hint at it, like you'll come in at the end of a fight and then you'll move off of it, because I was like, you know, we all love the show, we know the show. For instance, I've done a lot. I think if you go through the entire track record of Power Rangers, I start the day after the pilot and go all the way to 100. I never did Green with Evil, because there's no way I'm gonna do a better job than that. There's like, we know that. I don't even, let's not even touch that. So like, that was what was fun for me, was like, kind of like you said, was sort of playing sort of like an accompaniment with the show, and find sort of like the little areas that was the initial genesis from when Daphne brought me on the project. Was like, she's like, I want this to be 70%, you know, kids in high school, 30% monsters. And what was nice about, if she had made it the other way around, I don't think I'd have, it was like, they would have gone from like fighting Pudgy Pig to going around the corner to like fighting a whole new villain. So it was like fun that we were able to actually make it sort of just like more like it plays in harmony. That was the idea anyways for the thing. But so yeah, it just, and that freed us up to do stuff, you know, that was more emotional and more about like the everyday stuff of like, you know, going to dances and hanging out with your friends and all that fun stuff, and spend time, I think, with the characters that we grew up loving.
And wow, that was awesome, but we're not done yet. We have a deep dive into our Power Rangers and Street Fighters collab with Loretta and Sam.
And hello, Ranger fans, it's Loretta. I know it's crazy that you're seeing me again so soon, but I am here today to announce some special stuff with my special guest, Sam, our brand writer and Power Rangers historian, I will say. You're my gut check.
Thank you. I appreciate your gut check.
So let's get into it. We have 2 new collab characters for you, and you might be asking who it is, so we're just going to tell you. We have our morphed Cammy Ranger, who is the Stinging Crane Ranger, and Ken, our Soaring Falcon Ranger. Okay. And Sam, tell us a little bit about why these characters are named what they are. What's the meaning?
Yeah, so, you know, we did Ryu and Chun-Li, and they had their names that came from the game, and we wanted to keep that kind of vibe going. We wanted to have flying animals, and eventually we narrowed it down to birds. And there are bajillion birds in the world, but we picked some awesome ones. And then we wanted to kind of keep them in that sort of active feel, so we have the soaring falcon. And then for Cammy, I put in that Easter egg to her codename from the lore of Street Fighter, and it's kind of fun to get to do little stuff like that and have these completely original characters that we get to add in to our line and kind of backwards into our lore. And these two in particular, even though I'm a Guile man, I kind of love these. How your take on these? So how'd we end up here?
Yeah, as you know, we went through a couple character iterations. It wasn't just these guys from the start. But after talking to Capcom and going through our different concepts, we actually really loved the idea of mirroring Ryu with Ken, since they appear so often to be the duality of each other and being mirror images and versing each other a lot. We really loved bringing them to life. So we've done that in a couple ways with him. Like, we have, again, those beefy arms that we did for Ryu, but he has his own shield armor. That's something that we wanted to create cohesion with all of them. All four have a shield armor, which is something, yes, that ties them together and ties the bird element together. So you'll see, like, he has the feather detailing kind of in the shield. His helmet is a riff off of the MMPR Red Ranger helmet, but instead of T-Rex elements, he has like this bird beak point in the front and kind of winged effects on the side. And again, he mirrors Ryu with the striping on his suit, but he has his own coloration and colorway, which is really awesome. And then of course he comes with his iconic effects, which in this case is the fire-breathing fist uppercut, which is crazy.
You got it.
And then also, not complete without his thunder kick. He has a couple different kicks, so this is sort of like an embodiment of the fact that he has, you know, that kick special move. So this pegs onto his foot, goes in here, and it also pegs onto the stand. So you could do a couple different iterations. And then with Cammy, it was really fantastic to bring her to life. She was one from the beginning I really wanted to create. I think because she's so iconic, and I really liked having the male-female in both waves. So bringing another iconic character to life, what we did was we made sure that all of her accessories are still here. So like her gauntlets, her beret, her combat boots, like even the bodysuit, like it's worked into her suit element. And you know, we wanted to make a nod to all the different versions of her. So she is not your typical Ranger suit color, but since they're not color schemed, it was kind of our opportunity to have a little bit of play there and do something that embodied all the versions of her. So you'll see like her blue suit, it's in here, and there's little lightning bolts built into her leggings, and that's sort of to indicate or kind of make a nod again to her original suit with the camo leggings. So we did the Power Ranger lightning bolt in it instead. Of course, the amazing articulated braids.
My favorite part.
So you can pose her out. Yes. And she has this amazing blast effect, which is kind of a punch blast, but it's more of like a block move, which I thought was a really exciting thing to add into this set in particular, since they are versus characters. And I love that this neon has like a cool edge glow to it. So again, she comes with her crazy lightning bolt crane, and she has her tornado kick blast. So this pegs onto the stand if you want to do like an aerial blast across, almost like a Hadouken, or if you want to do a kick at the ground. Her foot slides right in there. All right, so that wraps up our two new characters, the collab, Street Fighter collab, which is Morphed Cammy, Stinging Crane Ranger, and the Morphed Ken, Soaring Falcon Ranger. I hope you guys love them as much as I do.
I'll probably be picking those up.
I think they will, and they are available starting today, 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time for Pulse Premium members and 6 p.m. for everybody else. And next up from Power Rangers for our awesome Pulse Con extravaganza is some really exciting news that I know I am happy to have out in the world and for fans to see it, and I think it's really cool. But reminding everybody again that it's 5 o'clock for Pulse Premium members, 6 o'clock for everybody else. But join Pulse Premium so you can make sure you get these awesome collabs that Loretta did. And Loretta, thank you for having me to talk about action figures. Always a good time.
And thank you, Loretta and Sam. And now we're actually going to be talking about Selfie Series.
What? Yeah, they already talked about it.
We're actually really excited to talk about our Selfie Series. I've never been an action figure before, so this is actually really exciting for me. I love the way that I look as Pink Ranger Pam.
Yeah, Pink Ranger Pam's awesome, but arguably cooler is Red Ranger Jordan in 2 hairstyles. Check him out. And look at that detail that they're able to capture, right?
Yeah, truly, like, look at me. I look amazing. I look at my hair. It looks really cool. And this thing has so much articulation, just like in our Lightning Collection series.
Yes, these are the very same bodies that you might find on the older Red Ranger and Pink Ranger figures. Really quick pro tip for anyone who is interested in making their own Selfie Series figure. Don't forget, we have that QR code that you can scan that'll send you straight there. A couple pro tips. If you have facial hair like myself, the facial scan in the app will actually capture most of it, but there is a separate step where you get to customize your own facial hair. So you can see this is high school Jordan with a tan mustache and soul patch, because again, you know, teenager with attitude. Also, there are tons of different hairstyles to choose from within the app. I wanted to really see I wanted to push the limits of what the app was capable of, because it's just so fun to play around with and tinker with, because it really is like a video game character creator. Not every hairstyle is available for every figure due to the way it could potentially limit articulation, but please take the time to explore the app, try designing yourself as a figure and picking up one of these Selfie Series figures.
Yeah, they're super cool. Make sure to get one today on HasbroPulse.com.
So I can change my hair.
And now we have a very special on-set visit from the MMPR cast to announce an anniversary special. So let's check it out.
Oh. All right, here we go.
Hey, Ranger Nation, David Yost here,
What up,
coming to you live from set in New Zealand, where we are working on something really special to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Power Rangers. Now, I can't give you too many details quite yet, but I will tell you that it's going to be an epic celebration, and I, for one, am super excited to be here working with an old friend. Isn't that right?
Yo, what's up, Ranger Nation? It's your boy Walter Emmanuel Jones, also known as Zach, the OG Black Ranger. Hey, yes, we're having a great time, and I gotta say, it's kind of hard to believe that we're celebrating our 30th anniversary. You look too good for that. Hey, but we're excited to be here on set, and I can't wait to celebrate and see you guys next year.
You know what time it is? It's Morphin' time!
Wow, that was truly more phenomenal. It's been 30 years, and I can't wait to see what's next and what they've got going on over there in New Zealand.
Can't wait. 30 years? What?
I know, I can't believe it. But yeah, thank you everyone for, joining us during this panel. I hope you stay tuned. Make sure to grab all of these pre-orders on this table. So for our Zord Ascension project and our Lightning Series collections, those will be available on Hasbro Pulse for those Hasbro Pulse members at 5 p.m. and available at 6 p.m. for everybody else. And of course, our Street Fighter figures. So yeah, thanks everyone for joining us.
We love your Ranger Nation.
Yeah.
So they started about 15 minutes late.
Things back to
Cleo.
And they're almost done 15 minutes early. So that's 30 minutes.
Man, that was amazing. Hey man, I'm still trying to get my It comes here, and then here, boom, boom. Oh, it's morphin' time, man. I love that. Come on, we gotta talk about the Power Rangers panel, man.
Man, it's always time for Morphin' time.
Always time, man. We got the Lightning Series. It was the Zord Ascension project.
Yes, sir.
Me personally, Dragon Zord's always been my favorite Zord. Always looks so epic. He's got the missiles and the fingers. Gotta love that, man. Did you guys see the Pam reveal, the new Zord Ascension Project t-shirt? The Rangers, it's live on Hasbro Pulse right now. If you wanna get your hands on it, all you gotta do is scan the code on the screen. It's right there. It's right there. You're watching. Just pull your phone out, scan it. You're already in. You're already in. You got the comics, you got the cast interviews, of course the Street Fighter collab. When I saw those figures hit the internet, I lost it. Had no idea that those were even coming. And then we got a chance to see a few more of them today. This panel had it all, DJ, man.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Lightning collection. I got a couple at the crib.
Of course you do. What don't you have stored away?
I do need to get the sword though and the
helmet?
The whole thing.
Yeah, man. I'll see you Halloween with it.
Yeah, Halloween's coming.
I love that. The whole team will be out there. We'll be representing. One thing it lacked, though. I'm going to say this honestly.
Oh, my God.
The one thing it lacked, though, was me.
You
That's
love
right.
that thing, man.
That's right. The leader of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
You love
Cleo, Red Ranger. Look at him. Look at him.
Hey,
This is my first time seeing it. Look at the sword, Amen. Oh,
Hey, man.
look at the big old smiley face on.
Hey, you're not alone, brother.
You got yours? Yes! Yes!
I need to get him a little hat, but we're in here, man.
Yes!
It's morphin' time.
That's right there. Can we just have these guys host it? Me and Amen will just do the voiceover for now. Me and Amen will just do the voiceover, and then we'll just have our figures right here actually doing the whole show together right now, man. Again, you can immortalize yourself in action figure form too.
Let's go.
For our fans in the U.S., you can scan the code right here for more information on how you can immortalize
I want
yourself
new
in
characters.
action figure form to download
Red
the
or
Hasbro Pulse
pink.
app to just get started.
I want
let me
the
go
green.
and get my guy back. Look,
It's
you're
all
over
good.
there. You're on
Mine
that
will be
side.
DJing. It's all
Listen,
good.
You're alternate universe Red Ranger. I'm main universe Red Ranger. I don't mean anything by that. I don't mean anything. Don't take it personal, but come on, man. All right, before we move on, let's just take a look at today's schedule again. This is a live show, so some of the times have changed. So let's take a look at where we are at right now. Coming up, we got starting lineup at 3 p.m. Then we got Fortnite at 3:20 p.m. And of course, Marvel Legends ending the day at 3:45 p.m. It's a live show. Things are happening. Things are getting a little delayed, but that's okay. DJ Amen,
what's up?
Would you say it's fair that there's a big overlap between toy collectors, sneakerheads, and basketball fans?
Absolutely, man.
Right? I
Collector
agree with
culture is big.
Okay,
You know, I think guys love to watch their favorite players.
I mean,
score
I
30,
don't-
score 40, score 50. They want the jersey. They want the shoes that they're
Basketball's
wearing.
cool.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of the toy lineup. I don't think anybody here is going to be a fan of the starting lineup toys.
Now they can do it all.
That's right.
Fortnite,
That's right. Did you
same.
see the relaunch of the starting lineup last week?
Marvel,
Dude,
maybe.
22 years in the making.
But
Come
this
on.
is actually
Listen, man,
not
you don't
been
need to be
that
a
great.
basketball fan to stand over these
especially with the
figures.
Power Ranger
Starting
announcements. It
lineup
really kinda
is
disappointed
back.
me.
Check this out.
They are really letting us down. I'm sorry.
Welcome to
Us Power Ranger fans are just being let down by Hasbro.
Ladies and gentlemen.
They do so much more, better. It's just kind of like, eh. I mean, I don't know if that makes
That's an
sense,
honor
or if
to be
I'm the only one
chosen,
that feels that way.
I never
but
thought, I have my
also,
own,
they need like
action figure.
they
It's
need to bring
just
stuff back
surreal.
that they're out of stock, like back in stock stuff.
First
because
action figure, man.
all these
I hope
scalpers
y'all
out
got
here
me
just
too
trying to
ugly
sell
on
it
it.
for these prices. They're trying to sell $20 figures or $25, give or take, figures for like
It's tough
$100
right here.
because all of them
It's
were
me
bought
for
up
real.
and out of stock.
See, I put my muscles on it too.
So yeah. So honestly,
Mama.
that's gonna end it here for me on this because, like I said, I'm got the main stuff, which was the Power Rangers on there. Got that taken care of. That's what this channel more focuses on all the stuff that they're announcing is the Power Ranger stuff. So we gotta look at that. I was really hoping for Titanus because they got the Megazord, they got the Dragon Zord. Titanus made sense to be next, but they went with the Astro Megazord. Looks cool. I'm just hoping when they put closed it back into vehicle form that they just didn't do it right or was in a rush because if you notice the line was like it was open and it looked like it was shifted. So I mean, for those who take theirs out of the boxes, I wouldn't want that. If I had it in ship mode, I wouldn't want it to be like split open and stuff like that. They should have made like a way kind of like clicks and locks to where you pop it open, you pop it closed type situation. That would have been good. They came out with some more Lightning figures: Green Dino Green Dino Fury, Blue Dino Charge. I almost forgot. They had the Wild Force Putty or Bad Guy. Can't remember the name of that one. And who else did they have? Oh man. Grid Battle Force. Beast Morpher. Yellow Beast Morpher. There we go. So they brought those out. They all look good. Not for me, at least right now. I'm not in that section of collecting. See, they teased the Black Dino Thunder Jason David Frank figure. They also teased probably no. It looked like it might have been Astronema because the staff, because it was Lost Galaxy. So we'll see. And what was the other one they teased? SPD. They teased an SPD, but they had them silhouetted. So you just kind of had to do your best to figure it out what they were. They talked about the season 2, part 2 that was released yesterday on Netflix. They talked about the cliffhanger at the end of that, and talked about filming season 3, which was Cosmic Fury. They're going in space. It's the same characters from Dino Fury. They act like they was going to tell us what it was based off, what Super Sentai was based off of, but they didn't. They cut the feed on purpose. Supposedly, you can watch it later for the for the whole interview, and maybe they might talk about it. I'm just gonna wait to see if somebody posts a spoiler on Facebook or something like that with, "Hey, they announced it was this Super Sentai or whatever." So we'll see. Interview with Boom Comic Guys, 100th issue of the regular Mighty Morphin Power Rangers comics, not the Go Go Power Rangers, not the Shattered Grid one or any others. The normal one or the original, the OG. I think that's all they really talked about. They announced the selfie, which they kind of hinted on selfies before. It's still just red and pink. I would love for them to come out with the green, the white, blue, black, like yellow. Like let's come out with them all. And know it'd be great to even do a package deal later on. Um, do for the original 6 with green, or original 6 with white, or even do original 6 with green and a white for a total of 7. Um, so they were talking about like normally $80 a piece. That'd be 400 for 5. Like do it all for 400 or something like that. Now that might be worth it because you're getting 5. You're paying for 5 and you're getting the 6th one, or actually I would say the 6th and 7th one for free. So that actually, and those will probably sell. So it's a way to produce the mods, the molds, not mods, and push them out because collectors they might just have themselves as all the Rangers, or they might get friends to be each one, so on and so forth, and allow that also. Um, I would say maybe make it cheaper if you just want your face on every single one of them. Who cares if it's red, yellow, pink, blue, black, green, white, like male, female? Who cares? So let's make that one like 160, 320. Make it like 380 or something like that to get all of them with the same, or 375 to get all of them with the same, and then I don't know, like I guess 400 to do them all different, or should we bump it up like $10? I don't know. Figure something out for package deals, but I would highly suggest that. But other than that, we're gonna call it quits here. Like I said a couple minutes ago before I start ranting and raving, Hasbro, come on, guys, let's pick it up. Let's do a little bit better with the Power Rangers. It's not your redhead stepchild. It's got a huge following, huge fan base. I mean, it's got to be bringing y'all lots of money because y'all sell all that stuff quicker than your Transformers and Power and your Star Wars stuff. Let's be completely honest. And maybe it's just because y'all don't make as much, whatever. But again, I keep ranting and raving. I had to stop. But like I said, thanks you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys that hit that like and subscribe button. Got a total of 6 views for about average 27 minutes, 28 minutes. So that's great. It's better than what I'm used to with such a small channel. But have a great day, guys. So let's try to do some good today. Let's reach out to people. Let's be the non-power Power Rangers in our community. And like always, at the end of it, may the power protect you. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.